could have waited until like 3 o'clock, but I'm like, nah, just rather get it out the way. So yeah, this is gonna be a pretty early stream for those that have school or don't have school. Now let's see, are we going live, me people? Join your free trial today. No.
We're live.
Oh, we are live right now?
Yeah.
Hey guys, Noble Maddox here. I'm going to show you an episode of what
Hey guys.
I got. Here I got Keanu Reeves as a black...
What I got?
I got Keanu Reeves as a talking porcupine, where he's straight out of one of my favorite animes, Dokkan Battle. I don't know, bro. I can't take this seriously. But anyway, for those that don't get the reference, I'm back. I'm alive. And yes, I say alive for those that have checked my social media stuff. Yeah, we've been through Hurricane Milton for during category 1 or 2. We suffered without electricity. We suffered without some aqua draining to our sinks or our bodies or where else we will stench. And we had to clean up some damage. Not like a lot of damage, but at least damage enough by saying, yeah, get out of our property. But the good news is, I'm back from the hiatus I have, even though it wasn't that long. But case in point, yeah, back to make content again. And not only just the updates of Hurricane Milton, since, you know, me and Gabriel here, it's only just me and Gabriel part of the stream. Not only we just survived throughout the events throughout Hurricane Milton, which hopefully there's no more after this. Thank y'all, even though it was mainly just for one video, the Sonic Movie 3 merch of the 4-packs of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. That became one of my most successful videos on the channel. Like, you can literally see, it's now in the top 5. That's crazy. I haven't got a video that successful that long. And now, the channel is currently sitting at 5,800 subscribers. So I'm like, yay! So now, I got a new goal. Despite this just being a stream, how about y'all can help me out to reach over to 6K subscribers before the year ends? But self-promo, retrospect aside, it's good to be back in streaming once again. I'm like, yay! So now I'm just reading Lester's comment. Oh, and then Dwayne says, you're a colorful bunch. Like, I get the inside joke. It kind of reminds me of one of those YouTube...
Shadow racist confirmed.
Like I said, I know I know the channel actually, no, not channel, some YouTube post where he actually said the B word's like, son of a bitch. Like I said, like, the memes throughout that sequence is just hilarious. But anyway, just make sure there's, like, any other peeps joining in. But yeah, thank y'all for 5,800 subs. Only less than 200 subs away till we hit the 6K. Let's make it happen. And we'll be back for more content, probably my birthday stream coming up with the boys, but we'll talk more about that next month. But for now, the main focus of the stream, why me and Gabriel here, it's like, well, yeah, mostly I do talk about the Sonic movies, but to other Sonic media, I gotta talk about these anime-esque shadow shorts, because not only like, yeah, it's already peaked by just looking at it visually, it's more like, you know what, let me just react to all 3 of them all together, especially since not too long ago, it just happened today, Sega just released all 3 episodes, so I'm like, good, so I don't have to depend on like any other content creator that already uploaded before they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, aside from that, Gabriel, anything you have to say about whether it's about the stream or about the shorts that we're about to watch? Take it away from your opinion.
I haven't really watched these shorts.
Not long.
I'm glad they accumulated all of them in one. It makes it easier.
See.
But I can't wait to finish all of it.
Yeah, so,
I can't wait for the game in general.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been this excited for a Sonic. I mean, I was excited for Sonic Frontiers. It's a fantastic game.
Yeah, it was peak.
But I mean, dude, Sonic Generations, I could say that's my favorite Sonic game.
It's the one that we replayed the most. We replayed that the most as kids, and believe it or not, I believe that was the game that got me, like, that game in particular made me understand the Sonic lore and the characters and all that, so I'm like, okay, now I get to see why this is an interesting franchise, and I think because of that game, that's where I get to get more deeper to the lore. So that game kind of made me, like, a real legit Sonic fan that's not 06 or X.
Yeah, so for them to kind of make another one, and this time it's more shadow-centric, that's super exciting, and to lead up to the 3rd movie also, I'm hyped, so...
It is, I feel...
I want to watch
Yeah, so
and
I
play.
think personally, I just think Sega's cooking. And yeah, Gabe, I'm pretty sure. Yes, we know the game is literally coming out like very, very soon. And before we react to the shorts, we will react to some clips like sneak peeks of the game. Like for an instance, the DLC. Yeah, I gotta scroll down. The DLC. You got freaking Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves voicing Movie Shadow. I mean, look, it's a no-brainer that Keanu has voiced video games before. Obviously, Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk, Pete character by the way. He did voice Neo in a Matrix video game, like back when the Matrix was at its prime. And now voicing Shadow in a new DLC, like bros. Like before we get to the main course, let's just get to these appetizers, which is this DLC, bro. I don't know if the volume, I don't know if the volume's a bit too loud, chat, but let me just lower it down a bit, because that was the mistake from the last stream. This, bro. If this is the closest thing to have a Sonic movie-esque gameplay, this is sick. You got freaking Keanu, bro. Plus, you got like no dialogue.
It's not uncommon for Keanu to voice in video games. I mean, we're getting a John Wick game.
Bro. I don't want no some trips, even though I would like to have some for Tropical Smoothie Cafe. But yeah, bro, even though we don't got that much new lines outside of "you're a colorful bunch" and "when we're done, there won't be anything left," it's like. And then the best thing about it is, okay, I know for any diehard Sonic fans like are familiar with this guy named Ian Flynn, aka the guy who wrote the Sonic IDW comic books, but also what else? The Frontiers game, yeah, that's one thing, which is why people say like, yeah, the writing's so much better. It's not your Mickey Mouse Clubhouse type of dialogue. So that's why I was like, yeah, bro, like I think we're back. But the thing is that Ian Flynn wrote lines for a Hollywood movie star like Keanu Reeves. That's sick, dog. And then once again, you got this new, line right here.
Huh? Are you taking on another form?
Why does my voice sound different?
And yes,
hell yeah!
right.
I'm thinking
Keanu
5
is joining
stars.
Sonic X Shadow Generations as part of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie.
Okay, I've heard that the developer
This update
said
is
that
inspired by
this
scenes
DLC
from
will
the
not
Sonic the
spoil
Hedgehog
the
3
movie.
movie
It's just like,
and arrives
it's just what they saw in the
The
trailer,
Sonic the
and they're like,
Hedgehog
yeah,
3
let's just make
movie
that as a
pack is
level.
included in the
Which is
digital
fair
deluxe
enough.
edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its
I think
October
that's fine. I
25th
mean, I
release
hope
date.
it's not like super duper short. If you
Yeah.
gotta, I don't know how much the DLC will cost or whatever, but
Yeah, and who knows?
it better not be super short.
Yeah, I agree, man. Because the thing is, I mean, literally, this random lady was like, "Oh yeah, get the DLC on December 12th if you get like the digital deluxe edition," which that's exactly 2 months after when the main game is released. And not only just that, like if I think about it, I'm like, wait a minute. So you're telling me that the developers of this DLC obviously have not seen the final cut of the movie? They just saw, like, oh, I can't even speak. They saw inspirations from the trailer, and the game was like, yeah, let's just make that corporate. But hopefully they do more, because now that I think about it, it's like, if you're telling me they can have Keanu Reeves voicing Shadow for a movie DLC, why couldn't they do the same for Ben Schwartz to voice Sonic? I feel like he would have done it easily for the paycheck, whether if it was for Frontiers or even this game, but clearly, you know, the main focus and the main market's on Shadow, so it makes a lot of sense that Shadow would be the main focus. And by the way, off topic about Keanu Reeves, it's not just the year of Shadow, it's the year of Keanu, bro. He's 60 years old, 10 years of John Wick getting re-released, 25 years of The Matrix that also got re-released, and then, what else? 30 years of Speed, which is the first Sonic movie reference. It's the year of Keanu, bro. Like, Shadow and Keanu just go well like PB&J with some sauce. Goated sauce.
Yeah, dude.
So anyway, I am losing on chat. Sorry, bros. I'm just catching up. Let me just see this. So 6 million subs. What's good? What did you do? Who posted my news? Oh, the Snack Cube reference. Who posted my news? I get that reference.
Eggman. Who posted my nudes on Twitter?
Anyway, Dwayne just put Venom Sonic Duo feature. Wait, bro, is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna watch Venom: The Last Dance and also the Shadow game on that same day? Be like, yeah, peak for disgusting black creatures. Oh, that would have been so funny. Probably part of the contract, but that's awesome, am I right? Heck yeah, bro. The shoes aren't fully accurate. Who cares? At least the shoes looks nearly identical like the movie. But either way, I just think the DLC is cool. But outside the DLC, since Ian Flynn is in charge of like writing the script, so even though Generations is a good game, but we obviously could tell like these were different writers that makes it too childish and cheesy, so that's why people couldn't take the story so seriously. So I tried to explain this to Gabriel, and I will show this in the stream. The cutscenes are the same, but there's new dialogue with it. So they pretty much got the same voice cast with new lines to be like, yeah, let's make these lines sound less preschoolish and more in character, you know? Because obviously the 2010s was a dark age.
Yeah.
Because obviously the 2010s was a dark age for not Sonic games, but just how the characters are treated. Where, you know, obviously it's for the kids, but it's treated as a joke. But the man Ian Flynn, I don't know about him in person, but he knows how to take this character seriously. Because I heard Ian Flynn not just wrote the dialogue for this game, but also he's a story consultant in Sonic Movie 3. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically just a person that gives advice by saying, yeah, include this to the movie. No, that's not a good idea that you should do that. So it's kind of cool that Sonic Movie 3, aside from Tyson Hess, they're actually bringing people from Sega and the Sonic team by saying, yeah, add this to the movie. No, don't do this. So, good. So, you got people that actually work behind the franchise and the lore, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, as I'm showing to y'all chat and Gabriel, like, same cutscenes, but new dialogue. Heck, there's even, like, completely new cutscenes where Shadow faced Sonic and there's new scenes. So, this game is not 100% a shot-for-shot remake. There's something new with it, including with the main story of Generations with Sonic. They're just missing of the black parts overall. W. Yeah, say it's a W model. Anyway, let's just get to it, bro. So yeah, this is the OG version.
This chemical plant feels familiar. I'd never forget a smell like this. And that pink water makes me really nervous for some reason.
It's chicken nugget water.
You're right, Tails. This place is giving me deja vu all over again.
And now here we go, same cutscene but new lines.
This is
Written by
definitely
Ian
the
Flynn.
chemical plant, but we're not remotely on West Side Island. Did that monster do this?
We'll figure it out later. Our friends come first.
There we go. More confidence and less dummy.
You saved me, Sonic. I was afraid I'd never be able to flirt with you again.
Shut up, Minnie Mouse. So yeah, face.
me,
But here's
Sonic.
something new.
I'll be sure to return the favor next time around.
Not really worrying about that right now,
This
Amy.
time Sonic actually talks rather than just
Thanks for the
emotes.
help. Not that I needed it,
Great.
but it's good to have my sanctuary back.
So yeah, we notice the differences by saying like, why is he just using body language emotes?
Thanks for the help.
This ain't
Not
Fortnite.
that I needed it. Now let's get some payback on that monster.
Yeah, Knuckles sounds
Get in
different.
line, knucklehead. All right.
Okay, I will appreciate the new adjustments for what they've done. So, as long as they, like, you know, make improvements for, like, some of the cutscenes and, you know, not make it too preschoolish, then I definitely see, like, the improvement adjustments. So far, so good. The game is so much promising. And they do say they have, like, a hub, like, for Shadow to go free roam, kind of like Sonic Frontier. So, in other words, this game is basically Shadow Frontier. So, gotta give respect to that. So, as we already got away with the quote-unquote appetizers, such as the gameplay footage and also the DLC, we're here for the main attraction, which is these 3 anime-esque shorts, which Ian Flynn did the script. And I also heard one of the storyboard artists is a director of these shorts, but also this storyboard artist also worked on Sonic Movie 3. So I'm like, so I probably might see some influences with Shadow's animation design in the 3rd movie. So that's going to be cool. But before we start reacting, I feel like Sega recently, in recent times, I don't know if it's because of Tyson Hess, they've been doing a really good job with these short films, including the Knuckles Frontier one that was like a prequel to Sonic Frontiers. And when I look at that short film, I'm trying to find it to the main channel. Once when I looked at that short, I was like, bro, why couldn't the Knuckles series be more like that? Why couldn't be Sonic Prime be more like that? Like, it sucks that the latest Sonic shows from Sonic Prime and Knuckles were so mid as hell, but then these short animated projects from Sega were like, wow, this is exactly what a Sonic TV show should be. And it's like, why couldn't they? Is it because of the budget? We need something more like this. Because I feel like the earlier shorts actually did a good job with, you know, with the illustrations, but now that there's actual voice acting, now we can actually move on to, you know, visual storytelling, which I gotta say that's a good thing for the franchise. So this one's gonna be like a fine addition to it. Anyway, let me just read the comments. So, yes or no to this theory. So it says that Shadow 2 takes place during Sonic Generations. What if it's Shadow from the future pull from the generation was taking place by anyone trying to say no? This is basically a tie-in to the Sonic Generations game. This just perfectly explains like what was Shadow doing during the events of the birthday. And pretty much this short film, these 3 shorts are the perfect explanation for this prologue. So Gabriel says he has not seen it before, so we'll get straight to it. But that being said, if Sega could give us like these peak animated shorts, why couldn't we have a good TV show like this? Looking at you, Sonic Prime and Knuckles series.
Exactly.
So yeah, without further ado,
Freaking Prime and all crap.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and Gabriel, I've already explained this. I think you were just like off mic. It's like it kind of sucks that. Well, actually, it does suck that a 6-minute Knuckles prologue short for Sonic Frontiers was 10 times better than the majority of the Knuckles series. And most friends are like, why couldn't? Why couldn't the series be more like that short? Where these shorts are starting to become like character studies, and that's what these real life TV shows should be, and not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or human characters taking the spotlight. So that being said, we definitely need a new anime-esque Sonic show like Sonic X, but less corny and cheesy, kind of like these ones.
Yeah.
Wait, I just clicked on the wrong video. We're gonna watch all 3 of them, not 3 of them separately. So without further ado, before we start, anyone in the chat, anyone for Gabriel said before we start, which I will put this on full screen. Are we good to go? Gabriel, you good?
What?
I said, are you good to go when it comes to the reaction?
Yeah, dude.
Dang, you're gonna do Prime and Knuckles like that? They were still good. I'm not saying they're bad shows, but if you look at retrospect, heck, I even do like a Sonic Media tier list. It's like, I just think Sonic Prime and Knuckles just ended off on an unsatisfying note, to where it could be more in vain, kind of like what Sonic X, Sonic Boom, or even the earlier 90s Sonic cartoons succeed at. It's just that there's so much missed potential things that they couldn't have done that they should have took inspiration from these shorts. But speaking of the shorts, let's get straight to it in 3, 2, 1, go. Just catching up with chat. So chat, is the volume a bit too loud? Do I need to put a bit more lower? Just let me know down in the comments, because I don't want to be mistaken by saying, okay, it's too loud, we can't hear your voice, Daniel. How does it sound for you, Gabriel?
I think it's okay.
Alright, so you can hear me, you can hear the video, or this whole entire mini-series. Space Colony Arc 50 years ago.
Yeah.
The Death Star. Nice.
Hurry!
Reference to the Shadow game.
Hurry! You have to
Alright,
see
thanks
this.
guys. Well, thank goodness.
What's
It's something
wrong?
good.
Nothing. Look.
It's lights.
It's the Aurora Borealis.
Pause. I know this is such an inappropriate time to pause this, but you heard what she says, Aurora Borealis, right? When this episode first debuted back in September, people could not stop quoting The Simpsons of the Steve Hands memes. Good lord, what's happening in there? Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis! And this time of day, and this time of year, locally in your kitchen. Yes. May I see it? No. I don't know, man. Like, I just think that's pretty hilarious. That kind of reminds me of the iconic Steam Hams meme. I don't know if that just fly over your head, Gabriel. But anyway, Simpsons references aside, let's just continue this. But before we continue on, gotta say this, the anime style illustrations, let's pause at this.
Lights.
It's the
Shadow Maria, really well illustrated, because I don't remember the name of the studio, but I think it's kind of like a animation between 3D and 2D. They look pretty good in the style. Chloe Maria herself. And speaking of which, I don't think we have not seen Maria in a Sonic media since what? The Shadow game or Sonic X? It's been a long time since we've seen Maria in like anything. Since, you know, they just went over that. But hey, since we're going to see the live action version of the third movie, it's good that we see that in this version, but also in the game. But anyway, don't want to ramble too much. Let's just continue the video.
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora
We can
Borealis.
see them from certain latitudes down there, but up here we can see the whole.
Oh,
Maria.
right. This is probably the only time we actually see the signs of her illness.
I just pushed it a little.
Yeah, you just gotta stay away from.
The low
Like, when they
gravity
say
only
go
keeps
touch
your
grass,
condition in
this little
remission.
girl can't, sadly.
You should know better than to exert yourself.
Let's get this girl get
I
done
know.
in the movie.
You're right.
Y'all are gonna cheer
But
when she
it
gets
comes
shot,
to
aren't
the
you?
beauty of the earth, I can't help myself. I can't wait for the day when we can finally return.
Yeah, she
I
definitely
was
sounds sick.
created here. I don't know if there's a place for me on Earth. Professor Gerald made me the ultimate.
I'm gonna be honest, Kirk
I
Thornton's
should be the
direction
key to all manner of medicine,
improving.
curing you.
Wholesome.
You and Grandfather are doing your best.
Yeah, I will
I'm
say
just
he's
as
improved
happy
on
to
his
spend
shadow
time with
voice
you.
Yeah,
over
like,
the years.
Why you
even
both
though I
research-
like Jason more, but I feel like throughout the years, including with Ian Flynn's writing, I feel like his vocal direction in this is really good. Heck, even shout out to the voice actress whoever did Maria. She's also good here too. Oh yeah, that robot, his name is Emerald, whatever his name is. Haven't seen that guy since Sonic X. Where a tiny rabbit just kicked his boo boo boo.
Yeah.
Yo, the explosion, peak. The art style is just peak in this. Oh, foreshadowing. Go back, go back, go back. Okay, I like this shot. So, after when the explosions happen, then Emerald just blows out. This moment right here. So when Maria warned Shadow to stop them. Okay, when she holds Shadow's hand, you see the gun soldiers. Man, I can't even get a good shot. Like, Maria holds Shadow's hand, gun soldiers like glitch in, and I'm like, yo, foreshadowing her inevitable death. I like it. Great transition. And even Kirk's voice delivery right here in this line.
I'll handle this. Just wait here. I'll be back. I promise.
Yeah, most likely you won't see her for long, but can we just get back to that? The art style, and even Maria's eyes. Yeah, girl, you're not going to live that long, but that's going to be the tragedy of this guy. Or
I'll be back.
alien,
I
whatever.
promise.
I thought it was 2D animation, but thought they could make 2. Yeah, it's a blend of 2D and 3D. But yo, this shot right here, where he's skating away, where Maria's done, yo, they cooking. They cooking. Jim Carrey! I'm just kidding. Okay, a battle I was not expecting. Dragon Ball Z, bro. Get him down, Vegeta! Is bro
Make
trying
a
to be like
series out of
Taskmaster or
this,
what?
All the characters.
I get that this character's name's Emerald, but bro, he's copying every single movement of Shadow. Okay, glass shatters, so it's not real. I guess that's part of the game
This
where
isn't right.
he goes to his past memories.
This is the
Yo.
Guardian Units of Nations. Prepare to be boarded.
The
The
lighting.
soldiers. They storm the
It's
Ark.
so good in this.
Destroy all evidence. But it's too soon. It's happening too quickly.
Oh, he's falling down to the Ark. Get him, John Wick. Yeah, take him down. Red pill or blue pill? Oh, shoot. Gerald's room where he's going to get shot at. Welcome home, my boy. Bro.
My boy.
Professor, we must...
Wait, it doesn't even show where he got shot, bro. FNAF, I'm just kidding. Bro, you gotta save Grandpa Jim Carrey, Shadow. Even though Mike Pollock voiced Gerald again in this game. Okay, this moment right here. I'm surprised Gabriel will never see this, but look at this shot right here. It shocked me on the first time watching it. Where Shadow's in this loop. Okay, you see the professor's writings on the wall. This moment right here. The gun soldiers. Maria. Yo. Yo. We gotta rewind back. We gotta rewind back. Like, not only of how the way it visually sets up on this scene right here. So, Shadow goes in a very... I mean, for those that play the Spider-Man Insomniac video games, it's kind of giving me that vibe where Spider-Man fights Mr. Negative, but except it's all red and not black and white. So, you see the professor's, like, his writings all over the wall before he gets executed in Prison Island, just like Sonic Adventure 2. And then this right here, we're getting, like, Shadow's nightmares coming to fruition when it comes to this. You see shadows of the gun agents right here. You see Maria running, and I like that the purple represents Maria while the red represents the gun agents. And what's so cool about this shot right here, when Maria was like, Shadow, remember, they literally shot her to the heart, giving love a bad name. So it's kind of impressive how they went super detailed of how Maria exactly gets shot through the heart. It's like, damn, that's pretty hardcore stuff if you ask me. And then with Kirk Thornton, like, I think this is the first time we hear Kirk's voice saying Maria. Wow. That's some balls, Sega, and I gotta give y'all respect to that. What do you think of that whole entire shot sequence, Gabriel? Huh, no pun intended on shot.
Yeah, that was... I
That-
like the way they did that. I
that
like the
sequence.
part where they showed Gerald, like,
Yeah,
they
the
showed all
execution.
his science writings and stuff on the wall. Him on the chair and everything. It's where he died, dude.
Yep.
Professor, we must...
And I don't know, like, they didn't show it the same way they did in, like, the Shadow game and Adventure 2, but
Yeah.
they, like, did it in a quicker way and, like, just signified that, you know, like, what happened in a simple way, but also in a way that, like, traumatized Shadow. So I think they did really good.
I'm telling you, like, the visuals, like, not only because Shadow the Hedgehog, obviously his story is dark, but how the way they utilize it's like, first of all, great for longtime fans that are aware of this origin story, but for new fans that are starting to get to know Shadow is before the third movie, once again, it's just not just good drama, but just good storytelling by only just the visuals. And like I said, the voice acting for both Shadow and Maria, really good in this. And I think someone made a compilation of who said Maria better, where they went to David's, like, when Maria dies, like, Jason's version, like, as much as I love Jason, but Jason's take was Maria, but Kirk, you could definitely see Kirk is more dramatized, where he sounds more like, because obviously he's fading through this red loop where he goes Maria, like you hear something straight out of an anime. So I'm like, I think Kirk delivers the Maria line the best of them all. So we'll see about Keanu Reeves' version, but so far, I think Kirk pulled it off best here in this episode. Like, there's genuine emotion from how the way he said it. And then this shot where you see the Black Arms, or it looks like the Black Arms alien race, which is the DNA of Shadow, which could tease Black Doom, who makes his return to this. So, love that Shadow like, for those who are fans of Skillet, falling in the black, falling inside the black. Skillet and MVs go really good with this character. But anyway, now this, Shadow's in present day, with the same emerald that he got from the Generations game.
That was no mere nightmare.
Yo.
And it all began in view of the Ark.
The moon. Eggman just took a leak on it. Yo, the space colony
Could
arc
he have
looks sick.
survived? No,
Bro,
that can't be. I need answers.
man. The art, like, bro, that shot alone from the moon to the space colony arc, and then Shadow just try to find more answers. Similarly like the game. Oh, it goes straight to episode 2. No, first of all, before we get to part 2, and I gotta go get some laundry, guys, but man, that transition of, even though it is a flashback to, like, Shadow's relationship with Maria, and I think that's what episode 1 succeeds at, because that's literally the name of it, and then Shadow wakes up from the quote-unquote nightmare that he has, and then now he's back on Earth, on present day, just to find out about the Ark and just discover what the Professor has left behind. That's very true in character to Shadow. And even the art style in the Earth, where it's more peaceful and bliss than Shadow's nightmare for what he has, I'm just saying, it's like, bro, this is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 on this. Like, I can't find anything to complain
Could he have
about.
survived?
I can't find anything to complain about part 1. Like, so far for that
No.
one.
That can't be. I need answers.
I'm speechless, bro. Seriously, why can't we have a TV show like this? I'm just saying. Anyway, Gabriel, what do you think of part 1 before we move on to part 2?
I really liked it. The animation and, like, the lighting in some of the scenes.
Yeah.
The way they told they told the story in a very simple way.
The soldiers.
Yeah, like, the
And,
one thing I like about the
It's
lighting
good for
is...
old Sonic fans, and, well, I would say this is
This is the
a
Guardian
little
unit.
better for, like,
Prepare to be
older
boarded.
Sonic fans,
That would get
because they
these
kind of
deep cut
understand
connections.
The Ark. Destroy all
the
evidence.
references and,
But it's too
and
soon. It's
illusions and
happening
all that
too quickly.
stuff, or flashbacks or whatever. But overall, it's still very good.
Yeah, the one thing I like about the lighting is everything becomes peaceful when it's blue, but when everything is red, everything becomes dangerous and threatful throughout the moment. So I like how the lightings of the colors, like, visually represents of the context between positivity and negativity from episode
You're
1.
the Ark.
So this is where episode 1
Yep.
leaves off. Shao try to discovers of what
Could
was
he
left
have
of the Ark.
survived?
Because remember, guys,
No.
this prologue,
It can't
these
be.
episodes take place
I
before the
need
main story of the game.
answers.
Similar like how the Knuckles prologue took place before Sonic Frontiers. So before we get to episode 2, yeah, the funny thing is the title for episodes 2 is called Finding a Way, and most Sonic fans will reference Do You Know the Way, but for me, the Drake and Josh fans like, found a way, found a way. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back. Just gotta go check some laundry, but we'll get back to episode 2. But in the meantime, Gabriel, you can just read the chat while I'm gone for like a few minutes. Take care of the chat, Gabriel.
What's going on in the chat? 'Cause it's time to go beast mode. Let me see. Let me check. Do you know the way? I don't know if... Hang on. I am new. Welcome, Jeremiah Martinez. I don't know if you're still here, but welcome. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Because, why not? How's everybody's day going? Is it going great? I'm glad. Oh, it's not going great? Don't worry, it will be. Later on. 'Cause, you know, me, I'm just here. I'm just breathing. I'm just alive. You know. I'm tired. So, sorry if I'm not talking a lot, but I'm tired. But I'm here because we're Sonic fans, man. We love Shadow. We love this content. Excited for the new game, the new movie. I'll be there. We'll be there. Not in the same theater, but we'll be there. Freaking Little Bill, bro. Oh, I'm dying. No, I'm not. I'm not dying. I'm not dead. Oh, but it sure feels like it. Gosh. You ever when you just, I'll stop. I actually watched most of this animation before we started the stream. I might have missed the secret ending thing or whatever, like the extra bonus scene, if there was one. But other than that, I think I saw everything else. I'm watching it again because gotta refresh my memory. Short-term memory loss? Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Moon Knight right now. Just like talking to myself. I feel schizophrenic right now. Me personally, I'm working on a video of how to fix the Sonyverse. There is no fixing the Sonyverse. Do you see the stupid decisions they're making? I mean, Venom 3, I think that's gonna be like a stupid, dumb, like, it's gonna be a movie that's so bad it's good. Like, guilty pleasure kind of movie. I mean, that goes for all the Venom movies, to be honest. I love Venom. and I think Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and Venom is like just great, just fun. I'll probably watch it. I don't know for sure if I'll go watch it in theaters, but eventually I will watch the movie. But the Sonyverse, yeah, they're just stupid. Freaking, who wants to see Craven? And then played by the same guy who already played Quicksilver in the MCU. So if Sony were to, I mean, if this is strictly like gonna stay in its own universe, fine by me. But if they're planning to like mix in all the Sonyverse stuff into the MCU, you get like, why? And I know, I guess it doesn't matter anymore because we're in a multiversal saga. RDJ is literally Doctor Doom now when he already played Iron Man, so I guess casting just doesn't matter anymore. It's stupid, man. What are they doing? Madam Web was stinky, and yet they still were like, yeah, let's make more. Now we got Craven, and then they thought of El Muerto, played by Bad Bunny. Like, we're just quit, give up.
Wait, what?
Talking about the Sonyverse.
Oh, okay. Let me just see.
Marvel.
Okay, this user is actually Coin Little Bell. Wait a minute. I think this is Cameron who's doing the part of this user. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Me personally working on a video how to fix the Sonyverse. Yeah, just give up. Just give up after Venom 3. That's all you need to do. And just like what Dwayne says, just make Spider-Man movies. That's all you gotta do.
Yep. Doing great with Spider-Verse. Keep it at that.
Yeah, and the MCU Spider-Man, who knows of what they're trying to do. But
they're messing him up. That's what they're doing. They're like, yeah, so we're making our own universe and we gotta mix that in with the MCU, so let's get Tom Holland Spider-Man mixed in with other random characters.
Yeah.
Instead of making a grounded Spider-Man story.
Like we all asked for and wanted. Hello, but they don't care. So yeah, clearly I'm just disappointed in that. But yeah, that's why I hate to say this, the Sonic franchise is in a better in a better future perspective than Spider-Man, because don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to like some Spider-Man projects. I'll see about the Disney Plus show. I mean, the animation looks good, but I need to see the actual show to actually be sold on it. But for Spidey's future, it's on a loop, bro. Like, I don't know, should I be excited? Should I get concerned? I just don't know, bro. As a longtime Spidey fan. It just peaked after 2023 because of Spider-Verse and partially that Spider-Man 2 video game from Insomniac. But sadly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Sonic franchise has a much more brighter future than Spider-Man at this point. Because at least for Sonic, there's a clear vision, mainly because of Shadow, the new games, the new movies. There's a clear vision for it, but for Spidey, sadly not. I hate saying it, but it's true. But yeah, that being said, thank you all for your patience. I try my best. You got to go fast for the laundry, but without wasting any time, let's just get straight to episode 2, Finding a Way. I'll be happy to show you the way. Okay, still back at the Ark. Noah's Ark. What?
To stay away from me.
What? Bro, I thought she just said Gabe. I'm like, what?
Oh shit, that's me.
It sounds like, wait, is your hair gray? So pause. Like, when I first saw this kid, I was like, wait, who is this? I'm like, are you a sibling to Chris Thorndike or Ash Ketchum? But then, when I look back, I'm like, oh, that's the commander from the Shadow game. I'm like, wait, he actually was close to Maria when he was young, but when I look back at the cutscenes, I'm like, oh, I have not played that game in a while or haven't seen that much cutscenes, but I'm like, so basically the commander has like a cross between two eyes, like what, referencing the Bio-Lizard? But now he's literally just saying, tell that freak to stay away from me. He bullied me just because he make fun of my eye pupils and my hair is too gray just to be this young boy. So I'm like, how the heck did this kid went to the Ark with Maria? Are your parents gun agents or somewhat? So you become the commander? What's next? Are you going to sell some Olive Garden gift cards? But yeah, I guess when Maria calls him Abe, I haven't read too much of the comics, but I've heard that this is like a deep cut Easter egg that the commander has a name is Abraham Towers, which the nickname is Abe, but either way, it's more like, I guess this sort of explains why Abraham hates Shadow in the first place before in the future in the Shadow game to the present day timeline. So in a way, it kind of makes sense. I was first like, Gabriel, the fuck? I was like, yeah, released from gay to Abe, and then this bro's basically Abraham Lincoln. Actually, no, I take that joke back.
Stay away from me.
Stay away, Chris Thorndike. But yeah, not what I was expecting. But what I did expect was the black arm creatures, aka Black Dude's Descendant.
Shadow? Are you alright?
Maria.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fine.
Everything just becomes light when Maria steps in.
The professor created me using alien.
Yeah, he used the
DNA.
Venom symbiote.
The black arms, he called them.
No, it's Venom.
Same
You're gonna get injected
DNA
with the
as
Venom symbiote, Shadow. That's why you got the Venom wings.
This
Oh, God! Ugh!
heartless
Jeez, look at that parasite. Parasite!
like a hedgehog.
Apologize!
Really no different than
Parasite.
thing.
Anyway, I apologize for the jokes, guys. I know.
Apologize.
It's not true. You have a big
So basically, I mean, I'm not gonna rewind to that disgusting black creature just to reference that cutscene. That's a meme. I like the fact that Shadow is down by saying, "Why was I even born? I'm a hedgehog, but I'm nothing like that. He bullied me because I called him a black man." Yeah, but what about the red?
not true.
But yeah, all joking aside, like that Shadow's become very self-doubtful, kind of like we are whenever we listen to 3 Days Grace or Evanescence. But then, once again,
Real for that.
yeah, but now, like what Maria Postly represents, she is the light to Shadow's darkness, no pun intended, and she's like, no, you actually are more than that. You actually have a good heart. You just have problems showing it. Yeah, like most of us.
A big heart. It may be difficult for you to express it, but I
When
know
introverts
that
try to
deep
express
down,
their love.
You really do care about me.
And now I guess Commander Junior's now witnessing it by saying like, Maria, I thought we were friends. Why you want to be friends with that creature? Because I see good in him, you dummy.
About everyone. What you do is what defines you.
Now she's holding his hand, but this
I
time
know
no
you're having a
flashbacks.
hard time finding answers, but I'm certain you will one day.
And he will. And then you get the typical anime girl smile that you've already seen before.
Then you'll find even more people you can trust.
Okay, when she said, I'm like, come on, guys. It's expected that it's going to be Rouge and Omega. So even though it foreshadows, like, don't worry, Shadow, even when I'm dead, you'll still get some good friends. It's a sexy bat and a giant robot that's created by Eggman. And there you go. That's your wingman. But speaking of Team Dark, I don't want to give it away for Gabriel. Team Dark isn't back in action. How? Let's play for episode 2. Commander's like, well, I want to be friends with that stupid nit.
And Omega.
What's surprising? Oh, the samurai boss from Sonic Colors. Yeah, during the water levels. And now Shadow's back at the same base from Sonic Adventure 2. What's interesting about Omega, Roger Craig Smith is voicing Omega, and Batgirl!
Really?
Yeah, that's Roger voicing Omega, which is cool.
Rouge, what are you doing here?
Just gathering some intel.
I get it that is the current voice for Rouge.
Omega to be my backup. What's your story?
She sounds more sassier in this, but hey, I don't mind it, just saying.
I have
Wait,
reason to
who's
believe
the
Black
voice
Arms
of
will
Rouge?
return.
She's been voicing Rouge since Generation. Her name is Karen Sag something something. We'll see in the credits.
Oh.
But her direct... Oh yeah, the Eggman robot from the Shadows game where Shadow Omega fight Eggman. To go back to what Roger Craig Smith said, Omega, I call dibs. It's kind of funny because it's funny that Roger said, I call dibs on it, where his Sonic and Eggman were catching something in an episode of Sonic Boom. It kind of reminds me of that.
Hold that thought.
I call dibs. Is Eggman inside that robot? Because in that level, he just keeps on repeating the same lines. But man, seeing Team Dark back in action since what, Sonic 06? Yeah, I believe it's been since Sonic 06 we see these three in action together. It's been so long, Sega. Now you're giving them the justice that they deserve.
Now about this spacecraft. I can take you to a ship.
Girl.
But in return, you're going to have to promise to come to Sonic's birthday party.
Okay, so yeah, tying up to the Sonic
I'll take
Generation
that as a
story.
yes. Now then, Interested in raiding a gun base?
Yes, mommy. Wait, what? Sorry, the voice is turning me on. No furry, though. I will say this, even though, yes, it's the same voice actor for Rouge, but damn, she sounds a lot more feminine in this than most of the previous iterations that she voiced Rouge in the games. So, I gotta say, she sounds a lot more sassier in this, and hey, I don't mind it. I think it's cool. But yeah, it's a good thing I paused at this frame, so yeah, that being said, we have not seen Team Dark in action. I don't think I would want to count Sonic Forces because, yes, Shadow has a DLC, and Rouge Omega were involved in the Shadow story, but we never see these three, like, find together side by side. Not even the end of Forces. It was just so little. So, yeah, I think it's been since 06. From Heroes to 06. Team Dark is back, man, and, bro, my biggest complaint about this short, it's way too short. Like, Episode 2, Finding a Way, it's the shortest, but yet it features the trio of Team Dark all back in action, so I thought they were cool. Forces, their last scene was in Forces. Yeah, but like I said, we never see them like side by side together fighting along since 06, so I'm glad that this short gives them the justice that they deserve. So anyway, Gabriel, general thoughts on Episode 2, Finding a Way?
That one, I would say, was really fun because of the action. And seeing Team Dark together again, and everyone, like, just did a great performance in their voice acting.
Yeah.
Overall, it's just like, nostalgic in a way.
Yeah, just look at the art style. And the fact that, look, as much as we love Roger, I mean, given the fact that me and Gabriel met Roger in person earlier this year, I mean, obviously Roger is a versatile voice actor, so yes, even though we love him as Sonic, but it's kind of interesting that they give him to, like, other roles, which, yeah, I mean, most TV shows, animes, and video games often do that, where the voice actor's main character gets a spotlight, but they got the chance to voice other characters. Kind of like, it's the same thing with me, where I do some online voice acting, where I voice a different character, but it's in the same series, so I gotta give respect to whoever's in charge, the voice directing team, to give Roger, like, different roles that's not Sonic, so respect for that, just to give Roger some range. But, however, he does a good job with Omega, including the one line that he says, "I call dibs."
I convinced Omega to be my backup. What's your story?
And I like the fact that Rouge, like, during the middle of the battles, the fact that even though, yes, Shadow could easily solo himself, but Rouge and Omega are in a mission and they stumble upon him. But yeah, Team Dark in the movies when? That's a good question, Cameron, I suppose. Yeah, that's going to be hard because back then, I thought Rouge could have fit in Sonic 3, but for right now, it's very unlikely that Rouge is not in it. In a way, it kind of makes sense because they want to make Shadow the main threat in Sonic 3, and it's just Team Sonic versus Shadow. They just want to show how powerful Shadow is. But I definitely agree they have to put Rouge in it, because I think back then, Paramount's issue was like, how are we going to bring this sexy bat into live action and not make her boobies more bigger? I mean, literally, in this short, literally, back then, they're covering up her boobs with a heart chest, so it's not like they're making it too revealing. I mean, Paramount can find a way. Even Sonic Prime made Rouge cover up her hooters up. I mean, obviously she's a baddie as always, but still, they can always find a way. But yeah, Roger voicing Omega after Sonic for years is crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's great. There's a rumor that Roger's voicing Mephiles. Yo, if that rumor's true, let Roger deliver, bro. I mean, like I said, we met him in person. Roger's a fun guy. He's good as Sonic, but giving him different roles, give props to the man, because Roger, top tier voice actor, one of our favorites for both me and Gabriel. Yeah. But yeah, bringing Rouge and Omega, I would love to see them. Okay, wait, this shot, I call dibs. But yeah, if I want to see them in the movies, I mean, sadly we won't get to see them in Sonic 3, but hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe either for Sonic Movie 4, or if Paramount has the budget, why not introduce Rouge and Omega for a Shadow spin-off series, but still make the series about Shadow and not the human character, which what the Knuckles series failed on. So that's the way. Like, if I were introducing Rouge and Omega, either if they make a Shadow spin-off series on Paramount Plus, or Sonic Movie 4 if they want to do like a Sonic Heroes movie. Either way, yeah, these guys need to be in a movie together or something. Sad it's not Dan Green, but as I expected. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be cool if Dan Green would have voiced Mephiles again, but since, you know, this is the current voice cast of the Sonic game since 2010, they gotta stick with this voice cast. But yeah, episode 2, despite it's really short, but the action sequences between their dynamics really cool. And then I like at the end where Rouge says, you gotta do me a favor, but you gotta be in Sonic's birthday. This perfectly explains why Shadow was not involved in Sonic's birthday.
But in return, you're going to have to promise to come to Sonic's birthday.
Girl, why you have to sound so seductive with this dude? But either way, you wanna know who was not at the party? Silver. So I'm like, wait a minute. So we get to know what Shadow's doing. What the heck was Silver doing in the events of Generations? Just reliving his memories with Blaze or Mephiles or Iblis? I don't know. I mean, for Shadow, it makes a lot of sense for like having his legacy and having his past memories being a part of the game, because arguably Shadow has a much more iconic legacy of his stories from SA2 to the Shadow games, Sonic Heroes, and the list goes on. Like, obviously that's why it makes a lot of sense for having Shadow to have his gaining his own stories of Generations, which, in all due respect for Silver, he doesn't really have a major storyline ever since Sonic 06, because I feel like after Sonic 06, they kind of like pushed Silver to the sideline, and the only other story that I could think of, I'm not counting comic books, I'm talking about the games, guys, is Sonic Forces, but that's about it. That's the only story material that you can get from Silver from the games. But for Shadow, there's a lot of story material that you could take. So once again, it makes sense that Shadow takes the spotlight of what's Shadow doing? Why is he not inviting Sonic's birthday? Because bro's going to emotional trauma about Maria and being with his close friends, which are Rouge and Omega. Live action Team Dark spinoff. Yeah, I mean, Paramount could make money out of it, because if I heard rumors that Paramount's going to be making a Team Chaotic spinoff, putting Rouge and Omega in would easily sell. Bro, Rouge, the audience is not going to touch your tits. Or in this case, you better hide those cutters.
You bastard kitties.
Markiplier. But yeah, speaking of which, if they have to be cast, I mean, come on, bro. I think there's one actress by saying, oh, are you going to voice Rouge the Bad? But no, I'd like to be a part of it. This actress named Sarah Paulson. Hell nah. She looks ugly. If you have to choose one, Scarlett Johansson. Why? Because, bro.
100%.
Bro, she's been a part of SpongeBob. She's been in that recent Transformers movie for Paramount, and she likes voice acting, so... And yeah, Scarlett Johansson is partially a gamer at times, so I'm like, come on. Her sassy voice could easily fit Rouge. And also, think about it. Keanu Reeves is Shadow, Scarlett Johansson is Rouge, or even Sandra Bullock. Or if not Scarlett, maybe Sandra Bullock, just to have a speed reunion, even though Keanu and Sandra had the reunion for that movie, but still. That would be pretty cool, though. Anyone curious on an Infinite boss fight? I think Infinite coming back in this game is inevitable because it's covering majority of Shadow's story. But either way, that's why I picked for a movie Rouge. But damn, Rouge's voice is so sassy in this.
Now then, interested in raiding a gun base?
Stop talking like that. But either way, now we get to the final episode, which is To the Ark, which, yeah, this is the exact same space station that we saw in the Sonic Adventure 2 game where Sonic and his team, his crew goes up into space, and then they crash to the space colony Ark from Sonic Adventure 2. But I'm going to tell you this, episode 3 is really good with more Team Dark action, but I'm going to get straight to it with the gun logo. Now we get to the final part, episode 3.
So, Gun funded the research.
Nice
They
shot.
created you, and when they got you, they sealed you away for
50 years. It's like they're going to an elevator. No, wait, that was an elevator.
My point is, don't get
So,
too caught up
my
in
fight
any
is stuck.
vendettas tonight.
Gun is not my enemy tonight.
Vin Diesel as Omega. Bruh, just because of Groot. I am Omega.
Just an obstacle in my way.
Throw it all. Bro had to say I called dibs again. Oh, wasn't that from Sonic Adventure 2, that robot? Yo, killing machines. Machine guns. Once again, it's cool that Omega's gained the spotlight. Bro, Shadow's pulling off an Iron Man move. Tank missile. Yeah, dude, call your wife and kids if you have any, because you're done. You're cooked. But man, just Shadow just going around the space shuttle with the missiles. Sick, bro. Yeah, that bro doesn't go off. He's dead. He dead. What I do like about this short, like aside from Omega, just shows how powerful Shadow is and how very skillful he is with his powers. Like, yo, the way that the missiles are flying to him. This is why we need a Sonic TV show with this action. Yo, he said the line. He said the thing. Keanu Reeves, you gotta say that line in Sonic 3. Chaos Control. I really love Latinas. Yeah, bro. Get out. Get out. You're done. You're done. Hey, just like Sonic Movie 3 where he has the eyes. Yeah, that's to say, you're better off leaving. Yo, that shot.
I wanted to destroy it.
I still can't believe that's Roger voicing him.
I'm in position.
Shadow in space.
And initiating launch.
This has got to be the best utilization for Team Dark in a long time. Now Shadow's off in his solo venture. There's a star man waiting in the sky. FNAF security breach. Oh, great. Now they're going to pull off a Top Gun over him. Fire!
Omega, hurry! You have to take out those guns!
What you're doing, bro? Oh, the commander!
This is Commander Abraham Tower. All forces, stand down.
Bro, that's Roger Craig Smith voicing the commander. It's like, bro, not only Roger's voicing Omega, but even the commander? Man, that's saying a lot. But now that the commander says, like, force fields, don't shoot. Now this kind of gains a little bit more appreciation over the Shadow game, despite the crappy multiple endings it has. It shows how much the Shadow game does matter to this.
That intel you requested.
Hey, the Time Eater.
In the destruction of millions in gun assets.
But yeah, Roger sounds really good as the commander here.
Shadow needed some help saving the world.
If that's the case, despite all that's
Nice.
passed between us,
5 stars.
he saved the world from Black Doom. He should have known I would have supported him if he asked.
When a shadow
Yeah, that is Roger. You can clearly tell from his voice.
Could have talked him down, Rouge.
Yeah, but she ain't the one.
There's only one person who could ever do that.
Maria. It's obviously Maria.
True. And she was lost to us.
And now it makes a lot of sense of how Commander just feels bad for the lost Maria, because now after episode 2 we just saw that flashback. But before we get to this anime-esque emotional song that most anime shows does, can we just rewind back to after when Commander Abraham Towers, which that confirms that's his name because Archie Comics lore, literally during this segment right here, and even Rouge nicknamed him Abe. They're not named after a Lincoln. Okay, pause. Okay, no. Get back. Right here. So when Rouge puts in the file, you get to see a familiar face. The Time Eater. So I like the fact in the continuity of Generations, this is before the Time Eater occurs to affect everyone's timeline. Because remember, this takes place before Sonic's birthday and the Time Eater takes out Sonic's friends in that game. And if you're telling me if Eggman occurs of awakening the Time Eater and meeting his classic self from the past, so that's what's going on in both the modern and classic Sonic story. But for Shadow's story, it's all about his revenge, but also his reunited battles with Black Doom. So yeah, the main threat, the Time Eater, that's for modern and classic Sonic. But for Black Doom's return, for Shadow, I like how both stories are mashing well together. So props to the crew of figuring this out, of how to connect Shadow's story with the main Sonic story of Generations. Good job, guys.
And aided in the destruction of millions in
Good
gun
continuity.
assets.
Sorry.
What's up,
but
newbies
Shadow
in the
needs
chat?
some help saving
He
the
needs a
world.
gun right now.
If that's
We
the
haven't got
case,
that since 2005,
despite
man.
all that's passed between us, he saved the world from Black Doom.
I know this
He
is
should
the
have
segment where
known I
more
would have supported
longtime
him if he
Sonic fans or
asked.
just fans of Shadow Maria, this is
When
where
a
like, I
shadow
think I'm
asks
gonna cry right
for
now
permission.
with this anime-esque song called Without You, which I'm expecting that's gonna be a song in the upcoming game.
Who could ever do that?
Yeah,
True.
Alice in Wonderland.
And she was lost to us.
Yep, here's the segment where I'm crying right now. Top 10 saddest anime moments. Yep, Shadow's having thoughts of what it could have been if Maria was alive on Earth. This is the life that we could have had.
Stop it.
Wow.
That life was taken from me long ago.
Talk about good character development right here. It's more like, the past's in the past, I need to move on. Gotta do my own thing. And there you go. That's how the game of Shadow's story begins for this game.
And I must eliminate it.
Makes sense why we're going back to the Space Colony arc in that game. Before we get to the end credits, bro, like, I know a lot of people got emotional over that, but I gotta say, with Ian Flynn's writing and the music of how Rouge tells the commander by saying there's only one person that could confront Shadow, and obviously, sure, Rouge and Omega exists, but they don't pull the heartstrings of Shadow as much as Maria. But during that segment right here, where Shadow is like having thoughts of the life that we could have had if you were still alive, if you were still here with me, like, it's sad just to think about it. Like, this is just like a memory, like, if Maria was alive, there was a cure, and she would have been on Earth with Shadow, just like, because in the Sonic Adventure 2 games, like, what is Earth like, Shadow? Hopefully we have a future together, which, you know, it's kind of like real life. Like, you have a certain dreams, like, hopefully this happens, and then later on in real life, it just didn't age well. But yeah, during this moment where Shadow and Maria are laying down in the grass and the flowers next to each other, Shadow's getting traumatized. Maria comforts Shadow on the blanket. Shadow's like, things could have been so different if you weren't dead and weren't gone.
Stop it. That life was taken from me long ago.
Kirk's voice delivery, stop it. That life was taken a long time ago.
I need to focus on the mission at hand.
Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Hey, that's pretty real. Like, some of us get emotional Vietnam flashbacks. I'm like, nah, that's the past. Move on to the future. It's pretty real. Also, good storytelling in this.
A threat lurks aboard the Ark, and I must eliminate it.
That was amazing. It sucks that it's so short. That's my biggest criticism with it. Why it has to be 3 episodes? Why couldn't we have a full Sonic TV show like this? Like, we need a full-length TV show with Ian Flynn's writing, with this art style, with this voice direction. We need a new Sonic TV show like this. Like, the movies can continue whatever they want, but this is what... If Sega themselves, the Sonic team, could give us well-written, well-animated shows, how come Sonic Prime and the Knuckles series couldn't, I wouldn't say like copy, but just take notes for what works better on this? But man, this was good. And yeah, just to let you guys know, this guy, Kevin Molina-Ortiz, he's a storyboard artist on Sonic Movie 3, so given the fact that you got people from Sega working on the 3rd movie, truly says a lot. So I bet what we saw in that trailer for Sonic 3 is this guy's influences of Shadow's art style and everything else. Obviously, Tyson Hess is in charge of the art department, since Tyson Hess is a co-producer of these Sonic movies, including these animated shorts from Sega. But bro, that's so cool, bro. That's all I'm going to say. And then gameplay right here. From the Space Colony arc. Yep, written by Ian Flynn. Can we just let this man write for the TV show, like the next one in the future? Because that would be pretty nice. Because even though he wrote the story for Sonic Frontiers, which is why Frontiers is a much better game than the last ones in the 2010s, and the fact that he's rewriting lines for Generations, I think that will make some of the flaws and make the adjustments of Generations a lot better. And even though he wasn't like hugely involved with Sonic Movie 3, but I like that he's credited as a story consultant, like, you know, give advice to the writers, the directors, the producers, like, hey, I think you should include this. No, I don't think we should include that. So it's good that you got Ian Flynn. And same for Tyson Hess. They work on the comic books, then for Sega, and now for the movies. Great glow up from the franchise. Okay, storyboards. Yeah, the 3D, 2D art. Yeah, you get to see the 2D credits right here. I know there's a post-credit scene, but we'll stay tuned for that. However, the gameplay looks pretty clean. Way better than it looks in 2001. See, okay, the voice actors. So, Kirk Thornton, Stephanie Shea, yeah, that's the girl who voiced Maria. Roger Craig Smith voiced Omega and the Commander, Abraham Towers, and Karen, voiced Rouge the Bat. I'll say this, all of them, despite being 4 voice actors, really strong deliveries from Ian Flynn's writing. I think this, in my personal opinion, I think this is Kirk's best voiceover work as Shadow for now. We'll see about the rest of his voiceover performance in the game, but I feel like Kirk over the years has improved a lot in the Shadow voice, because back then, like when he was first introduced in Generations, even Sonic Boom, I'm like, I don't know if I'm sold on the voice. I mean, it's not disrespect to the actor, I just feel like the direction and maybe the script doesn't like apply to Kirk. But now in recent times, including with these shorts, I feel like Kirk's Shadow is like improving a lot. Like, even though Jason will always be my favorite Shadow the Hedgehog, and yeah, shouts to David Humphrey, he was the OG Shadow voice, Even the one in Sonic Prime was pretty decent, but I feel like Kirk has improved a lot. But speaking of Kirk, so it's so funny that Kirk voices the main Shadow in the games, including the main story, but once when it goes to the movieverse, his voice changes to Keanu Reeves, since, you know, it takes place in the Sonic movie 3 world. So Kirk was MVP. Same goes for this actress who voiced Maria, and I think the young version of Abraham. She did a pretty good job, where you got the soft, earnest nature for what makes Maria so comforting to Shadow, but also whenever Maria's like in peril and danger, she delivered that well. But I feel like the true standout outside of Kirk and Stephanie is Roger, man, because he's good as Sonic, but at the exact same time, I'm surprised that he makes a convincing voice for Omega, but also like I can easily tell it's his voice when he voiced the Commander in episode 3, but I'm like, yeah, Roger, keep it up with the range. Then as for Karen, obviously I'm not going to talk about her personal things, but her performance as Rouge, a lot more feminine than I thought, which once again kind of turned me on. I'm a kinky guy. But yeah, I just think Rouge sounds a lot more feminine in this. But however, the voice cast, they did a good job on this. Just making sure I missed something. Japanese voice dub. Okay, just like Sonic Adventure 2, you dive into those lasers kind of like you do with Sonic. Like the Space Colony arc's more updated. I mean, if we can't get a Sonic Adventure 2 remastered, this game's like the closest thing. Yeah, no, go back. The song that was playing, which I think this will be the song that will be played for the game that's coming out next week. We're about to go on in a second. Without You. Now, as I'm looking back at that song, it makes sense. And, oh, I didn't notice this. This whole lo-fi music playing the credits is a remix version of Throw It All Away, which is obviously the first song of Shadow back in Sonic Adventure 2 before we get to Crush 40's I Am All of Me and All Hail Shadow. Nice. I bet there's going to be more remixes of like Shadow's iconic songs, hopefully. But yeah, we're not done yet. Here's a post-credit scene. So, Shadow's in a rocket ship in the Space Colony arc, and guess who's back?
Who?
Black Doom. His eyes are opening and he's awakened. So wait, hold on. Black Doom is in the abandoned Space Colony arc? Really? The whole time? You just gotta play the game.
Wow.
You gotta play the game to find out the story of why is Black Doom in the Space Colony arc. Man. So yeah, it literally says right here, the Sonic Movie 3 DLC December 12th, which is like a week before the movie. But once when you get the digital deluxe, you'll get the DLC skin for the Sonic Adventure 2 skin, the Terrio skin, and hopefully some other cool skins that you could do with Shadow. But yeah, post-credit scene. Even though I'm so glad Sega uploaded this at the last minute because I was not expecting a post-credit scene at the end, but just to indicate Black Doom's return, pretty sick. But yeah, that goes Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings until y'all pre-order the game or play the game. 3 days for early access next week. Man, that was peak. Really good. Gabriel, what are your general thoughts on Shadow Generations? Like, you can talk about episode 3 since you haven't said much about episode 3.
Despite all that's passed between us.
These, I mean, they were short, but like I don't know. They definitely felt really short. Like even all of them together felt really short.
Yeah, no wonder Sega had to upload these
fast paced,
video.
but it was really well done. The animation was great, the lighting, the voice acting, how they utilized every important character in Shadow's story, the flashbacks and everything that was meaningful to Shadow and his trauma and everything. They did it right, and they did it in a simple way. For again, I think this was definitely better for the more OG Sonic fans rather than the new ones, but still really well done and great promotion for the game.
Really?
They did. I mean, I personally like this one more than the Knuckles one, but
Agreed.
the Knuckles one is great, and I think they should keep doing this format and these animations for new upcoming games.
Agreed. Yeah, but like what Gabriel said, like I think out of all the animated shorts, heck, I was even watching a YouTube video like ranking the best Sonic animated shorts produced by Sega. If I had to go with my personal top 3, this is easily my #1 favorite, because not because it's Shadow, because the way of how, since you know this is Shadow's backstory, they take things seriously with his origin and everything else. The perfect tie-ins for Dark Beginnings, obviously D-Cup references of Shadow's lore from Professor, Maria, Emerald, Black Doom, Team Dark, Rouge, Omega, Abraham Towers, and the Space Colony arc, Prison Island, like all the connections, all the lore with Shadow's all done well. And the fact that despite how short it is, you give like 3 extended shorts just to take the relationship with Shadow and Maria seriously. That's where these ones are easily my #1 favorite. And yeah, my second favorite shorts that they've done is the Knuckles one for Sonic Frontiers, which once again, I wish the Knuckles series would have taken notes from that one simple short. And outside of the Knuckles short, I mean, obviously, my third favorite one has got to be the Sonic Unleashed one. The one where Sonic's a werehog, and then you got these 2 ghosts symbiotic for this female ghost, and Chip was part of it. Despite that was 3D, that's my third favorite Sonic animated short, even though that was made way back in 2008 when it comes to, like, peak animated Sonic shorts. So, those are my personal favorites. So, #1 is the Shadow short. Second place will be the Knuckles Frontiers one, and the third one will be the Sonic Unleashed werehog short, which, that's a tradition for every October. But yeah, for the majority of these shorts, I mean, I like the fact that the 2D ones, there's no voice acting in it, which I get it. I'm pretty sure that's like the intention, like they're not supposed to talk. But then when we get to like the modern iterations, like they did one for Shadow, they did one for Knuckles, and I almost forgot. I feel like the real first short from Sega that had real voice acting in it was the Sonic Colors one, where they included Metal Sonic in the shorts, because I remembered in the Sonic Colors Remastered, you get to race along Metal Sonic in Sonic Colors. Even though Colors was just a remaster of the exact same game, the cutscenes are the same, the dialogue's the same. The only additions just Metal Sonic and the other additions like skins, the movie, electricity quills, all that. That's what Colors just basically did. But either way, yeah, the Sonic Colors shorts were like the real first ones that had voice acting in it. But since it is a lot like Colors, it's meant to be light-hearted tone, so like I said, I just feel like when it's about the modern iteration of the characters, that's where they start to add voice acting, because in Team Sonic Racing, along with, what was it? The Chow short? It had no voice acting in it, so clearly, just to recap, the Shadow ones that Sega's made, easily the best ones by far. Like I said, I want a TV show. I really want a new Sonic TV series with this art style, this voice direction, with this writing of, like, basically, obviously Sonic the Hedgehog attracts kids, but mostly these Sonic stories, especially when it's based on Shadow, they're a lot better when they're story-driven. Kind of like Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts or any of these, like, story-driven stories is where Sonic media is at its best. So, clearly, this easily fits into that high level of praise. So, either way, the Shadow shorts are great. The Knuckles series is second place, and the Unleashed one, just gotta give one that for a shout-out. So, overall, great shorts. Thank you, Sega, for the majority of these compilations of these shorts. Hopefully, y'all make some more into the future. And yeah, me and Gabriel will stay in touch for the games. Which, speaking of the game, before we move on to something else, let's look back at the Exact City trailer, which, even though we've already seen it in the live stream, but I gotta look in recap of the gameplay. So, yeah, the only thing that they just added is this new artwork where Shadow and Maria are, like, by the moon trying to touch each other, like God and a man, and then you see the Space Colony arc, like, literally in the middle of it. Gotta get back to the gameplay footage, because so far, they're doing good. Because now, after watching those shorts, I'm like, okay, the prologue makes sense now. Just like Jim Carrey's playing Gerald, Ike Pollock's doing the same.
Yeah.
Project Shadow. And now, after that post-credit scene, Black Doom's just falling Shadow everywhere. I think they also released the new Shadow statue figure where he has the Black Doom Venom-esque looking wings. Even though Kirk's voice was great in those shorts, hopefully he continues to deliver in this game. In Shadow Frontiers. Even though I heard rumors they might make a sequel to Frontiers, but we'll have to wait and see. Even the gameplay kind of reminds me of it. Okay, now I'm lagging. Radical Highway from Sonic Adventure 2. 06, the Kingdom Valley level. I guess when you get to 06, that's where you get to Finding Mephiles. I did saw sneak peeks of Finding Mephiles in Shadow's in Crisis City. Same island from Frontier, so Shadow does go to that island. Yeah, the wings, bro. I'm gonna call it. Literally, the final battle is gonna be Black Doom as expected. But yeah, facing Mephiles in HD quality without the glitch. Let's just call it Shadow the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, pretty much. That's what this game is. It's just a follow-up sequel to that game, actually. Especially since the shorts follow up, directly tie in from that game.
Yes. The warrior that will just
That's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I actually saw gameplay footage of him fighting Metal Sonic Overlord, so I'm like, I like how it's different from Sonic Heroes since, you know, it's all based on Shadow. And then this, I wonder how this is going to play where Shadow see, like, illusions of Maria and Gerald. Because now looking at those nightmare sequences from episode 1 of those shorts, it's all tied in. It's all coming together. Just looking back at that trailer, I'm like, okay, I get it now. Only coming out next week, which, Gabriel, I'm assuming you're going to get the game yourself soon. Gabriel. Gabriel. Come here. Are you there, bro? Gabriel? Hold on, chat. Just make sure I'm sounding good. Can you hear me now? Hello? Gabriel?
Hello.
Okay, Gabriel, can you hear me now?
I can now.
What happened?
You just lagged like crazy.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Well, the chat still heard me throughout the trailer, but what I'm saying is, watching the gameplay footage now with the trailer, I'm like, okay, now it makes sense of why the shorts is the prologue that sets it up. But also, Gabriel, are you going to get the game yourself later on? Obviously not by pre-order, but I'm guessing like later for Christmas when the third movie's out.
Hopefully.
I mean, if that was the case, I mean, literally when we just saw the Sonic Movie 3 DLC with Shadow, I mean, literally the DLC will be coming out December 12th, which is like a week after, like, no, a week before the movie's release. I'm just curious on the, I'm just curious about the new dialogue.
I hope so.
Because that's the thing, because I originally was thinking of like streaming to watch the cutscenes, but I guess if you don't want to get spoiled, I guess I'll just watch it by myself.
That's true.
And also, in case if you want, whether both you and me are going to experience on playing the game like ourselves, kind of like what we did with Frontiers. Which, don't get me wrong, I did watch the cutscenes of Frontiers just to get to the story, but I didn't play the game until like you get it yourself.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I'm just hoping the DLC is not too short for the movie skin, even though it is based on the Tokyo level.
The Hedgehog 3 movie pack is included in the digital deluxe edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its October 25th release date.
We'll be there. Bro, I'm going to be streaming myself gaming the stream. PS, do you have any advice for streaming video games? Well, personally, it depends what console you got, because I don't got a PS5, but Gabriel has. Depending on what console you have, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo or even Steam, like, I know that's like one of the things, like, make sure you got like, you know, a streaming app. No. You got like a streaming type of software, whether that's OBS, because that's like the current one I'm using, and just make sure you got good quality where you don't sound like a potato. That's the best advice I can give. But speaking of Shadow, look at this figure. I mean, it's not a figure, but it's the same statue as, like, bro, the Venom wings. It looks pretty sick, man. I know we already seen it in Sonic Central, but man, it looks really good with the red lighting shades. Crazy, bro. That thing is going to be expensive, but it is what it is. So, I know we just wrapped up the short. Hold on, let me look this up. This will be Shadow related, because this whole stream is all things related to Shadow. Let me just take a click. Project Shadow. Oh yeah, this short film that happens like last year. So, how long is the stream? It's only 1 hour and 18 minutes. I'm thinking like, chat, I know we've already wrapped up the shorts from Sega not too long ago. Now I'm curious, do you guys want us to react to the Project Shadow fan film? It was made before the third movie was even released. Secondly, this short film won an award for best visual effects, and even the writers of the Sonic movies were like, hey yo, go watch this short film, it's really well made. And I'm like, huh, did the writers take note from the short film? Because from watching the actual trailer, I feel like they did. And I don't think Gabriel has seen the short film.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Yeah, so chat, would you be interested for like having a live reaction to the short film? Because usually the stream is pretty short just because the 3 shorts were pretty short themselves. But I'm just thinking like for this stream we react to this short and then we're gonna end it off with a Shadow song, like maybe All Hail Shadow, then that's the end of the stream. So I'm gonna leave up to you guys. Do you guys want us to react to the stream? Gabriel, would you be interested to reacting to this one pretty live?
Let's play it.
Alright, so chat, would y'all... So yeah, chat, y'all ready for this? Whether for those that seen it or not. I've seen this a couple of days after, but I feel like this short film is like the closest thing that we'll ever get to Sonic Movie 3. But you know what? Since no one's responding, screw it. It's only 26 minutes. So okay, we see Sega's version of Shadow's backstory. Now let's see this Brazilian fan film. This was like released before we get to see the official design from Paramount with Keanu Reeves' take. Let me put the volume a bit low. 50 años atrás. Yo.
Professor Gerald Rabat,
the VFX for the Space Colony arc. No wonder they won the award. Yeah, there's some people in the chat by saying, Daniel, are you going to react to this? Yeah. About to head out. Peace. Well, see you, Cameron.
Adios.
Okay, even though this is way before Keanu Reeves was cast, I could tell that the voice actor for Shadow is trying his best to not attempt Keanu's voice, but just like his own thing. And obviously this is way before Jim Carrey was cast as Gerald, or the Australian act. What was her name? Lila Brown? Yeah, who's playing Maria in Sonic 3. Because yeah, there's an English dub and a Brazil dub. Hey, this actress and the real life actress of Maria share the same name, honestly. Oh yeah, those were the creations of the Bile Lizard. Who knows if they'll add that for the 3rd movie? Hey look, is that Chief Putch come back? So, I like that the fact that these people made the fan film took inspiration of illustrating the characters from the movie lore. Like this Echidna is definitely inspired by the Echidnas in Sonic Movie 2. But either way, I just think it's pretty good. I'm heading off to post highlights of my visit. Good to know, Ethan. Good to know.
Was the beginning of Project Shadow.
Yeah, because that's how the Chaos Emeralds were created. And that's how Shadow was born.
And when he uncovers the secrets of
yeah, Gabriel, you'll notice that this is an unreleased song from the Shadow game. And once when this fan film brought it back, bro, I forgot how good this song is. Because this was originally...
Oh, shoot.
Hey, he's wearing Converse, because all the edgy boy emo kids wear that. Well, mainly because I like it because of Ramones. Is that the Turtles? Yeah.
Shot.
So happy together, I can't see there's nothing, nobody but you. I get it. When we're done, there won't be anything left. Like I said, this is way before we get to see Paramount's version, but they did a really good job with Shadow's model, where he looks more younger and lighter. But I get just like Sonic in Sonic Movie 1, he doesn't got the red shoes. He got like disgusting dirt shoes, and he doesn't get the shoes till Sonic 1. So I like how people who made this film took inspiration that Shadow doesn't get his iconic shoes. It's just Converse shoes. Respect. I love me some Converse, even though they hurt your feet too much.
Can't get enough of it, huh?
Yeah.
Can't get enough of it, my boy.
It's just so beautiful.
I know Jim Carrey's version is going to be more comedic, but this Gerald has hair.
All the war, hunger, and violence.
Gotta get that mustache though for cosplay.
We humans can't take care of ourselves. Well, it doesn't matter what happens.
I think the voice actor who's voice dubbing as Gerald's actually someone who I follow on social media. I think there are some well-known voice actors that I am aware of.
But only after she made me
like
tell
the
her
black guy who
stories.
voiced Mario, like the Spawn of Mario impression,
to
voiced
see
one of the gun agents in this.
You are getting used to it.
Okay, this one puts, I'm Brazilian, this
She
fan
likes
film
that you
represent
were the
me.
one to tuck her
Good
in.
to know, because Brazil
then
loves Sonic
she can
fans,
dream
like they really do.
About living
Even
on
Brazil
Earth.
had like Sonic
Even if
Burger
I'd
King toys.
never been down there.
And besides,
And by the way,
Shadow loves
what were
Latinas.
the test results?
Oh, the same as every time. Your DNA is completely chaotic. It's impossible to decode.
Like I said, I like that the guy's not trying to be like Keanu, but still like invade a Shadow's voice.
Nothing yet. Nothing.
Space. Yeah, okay, Gabriel, this shot right here. This shot right here. When I saw this, I'm like, holy crap, they actually took notes. The writers actually took notes from the fan film. Like, you know the scene where Shadow's hand is on Maria's hand, the Sonic Movie 3 trailer?
Yep.
I feel like, yes, this was the blueprint right here. Because when the writers were like, hey, go watch this fan film, like, they took notes. They took notes from this fan film. But it's so different here because in the movie's version, it's green. We can make a difference, darling. Always. Like I said, this is such an unreleased, underrated song, but it slaps, bro. I just play whenever I think of Shadow, man. It'll be a good AMV for Symbiote Spider-Man. Surprisingly, no one saw that. But yeah, the lighting, the CGI looks good. Man, the lighting looks good for the animated version and this short film. Then you got Gerald's face. Mike Pollock! I'm surprised they had the budget to hire Mike Pollock to voice this.
Gosh.
I think in the Brazilian dub, they actually hired the Brazilian voice actor who dubs Jim Carrey. Even, yeah, they hired the Brazilian voice actor that dubbed the lines for Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik for the Portuguese translations. So it's pretty cool that they got official voice actors of Eggman in the short film with their profits. I think the director of this short film is almost the same age as me because the bro's 23. I'm going to turn 23 next month, so major W's for this dude, bro. Like, it's insane. Insane with the budget and the people that they hired. Okay, I get it. It's a Sonic Prime reference. This scene, the Taylor scene. Hey, nice animation. Like I said, love the D-Cub Easter eggs for this. And the short film perfectly explains how he got the shoes.
Oh yeah, it was an old project from Ark, and well, I improved a little bit here.
So you can easily tell that this is dubbed.
You think I wouldn't make it all myself? A gift is not a
these
gift.
Are Brazilian actors.
They are so pretty. Thank you so much.
Come to think of it, it's like the one thing I'm curious about Sonic Movie 3 is the fact that even though the short film is inspired by the movies and the games, how much screen time are we gonna get? Hey, SA2 reference. How much screen time will we get for Shao's backstory? Because if this short film could do 26 minutes of it, if the Sega short films, that's probably my biggest concern for movie 3. Like, I think Jeff Fowler's gonna do a great job since he worked on the Shadow cutscenes, but still, how much screen time are we actually gonna get for Shao's backstory in the third film? Because to be fair, I'm kind of glad Amy and Rouge are not in the movie because I think it will take away the spotlight of Shadow, Maria, and Gerald for the third film. And of course, Gunn as well. And speaking of Gunn, we're about to get to these guys.
Is this a part of his training?
What? Are you talking about cute gifts and races around?
Yeah, because just like in the lore, Gunn see Professor Gerald's Ultimate Life Form project, and they're like, it's too dangerous. We gotta kill these people. We gotta kill Shadow.
Robotnik is turning the ultimate life form into fluffy pet.
But I do like the Sonic Adventure 2 pose, which the actual third movie referenced that in the merch renders.
How must it feel to spin around the planet non-stop to infinity?
And
no
beyond.
Boundaries, no limits.
Memories.
But I would be very happy just to be able to live there.
Sonic Adventure 2 reference.
You know what, Maria? Sometimes I feel like I'm trapped on the Ark. To be honest with you, I think I'll never get out of here.
Shadow, we'll go down there. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
Even the
but
the
we will
English
go.
voice
I'm
actress
sure of that.
sounds a little bit like Maria in Sonic Adventure
I
2
was
the
made
game,
with only
but
one
just more
purpose.
clear of how
To
the way
be
she
the
speaks.
creature that will heal and protect humanity. This is what I was created for. And I am so scared to fail. To be unable to heal humanity. And be
Just
unable
even
to
the
save
emotions of how
If
the
I
way
fail,
it lights.
Neither of us will get out of here.
I'm just saying, I'm just curious on
Professor
Jeff Fowler's take on this with Keanu Reeves and Elila Brown and Shadow Maria. I think this is actually going to be a thing in the actual Shadow Generations game where he pauses and frees time with Chaos Control. And it's surprising that the short film did it before the game utilized it.
I hope they utilize, like, a good majority of his abilities in the game.
Yeah, in the game. Also the third movie, too, as well.
Yeah.
But it all makes sense why Sega is stepping up their game for Year of Shadow. Even though I think they asked Takashi Iizuka, like, will they do a year of other characters, whether that's Silver or Amy or Metal. I say that really depends on Paramount's decision. Like, oh, the next character would be Sonic. Oh, Spider-Man! Yelena!
I'm Alma, by the way.
I'm gonna skip this so we get no kinky sex scene with two British actors. Let's get back to Shadow. Like, sure, we're showing dark and edgy stuff, but we don't want to go too far. I think what the short film will do is like how they utilize Maria's death, including of how the Sega shorts did it with Shadow's Nightmare.
Have you felt like this before, Shadow?
People are still curious of how movie 3 is going to do it.
Not this time.
In a PG style,
Yeah.
not PG-13.
Get fast.
Not saying we need to see Maria get shot literally, but she will die.
Time distortion.
To be honest, it is hard to say. If
Yeah,
he changed how
exactly.
Shadow perceives the time, or if he really changed the time itself. It's true. The possibilities
Chaos energy.
endless with this amount of chaos energy.
It's the ultimate amount of chaos energy. Just imagine that with Jim Carrey's voice in my head.
What's happening?
I've created him to cure my daughter. My granddaughter, to be exact.
Possible.
Project
Something
Shadow.
different.
Because Jim Carrey's Gerald voice is pretty much Count Olaf.
Shadow is growing, and he's getting more chaotic than I
Yeah,
thought.
it do be like that. Hey, yo, bro, put some shoes on.
What is this?
It do be like that when you're getting out of the hospital. Where am I? The anesthesia just kicked me in.
What is this?
Yeah, wisdom tooth surgery. This is why I hate going to hospitals. I mean, as much as I'm excited for like the Shadow stuff with Sonic 3, I'm just curious of how much they'll take from the inspiration. Aside from Space Colony Arc, Maria, Gerald. I don't think, because even though the short film referenced the Bio-Lizard, I don't know if it's going to be in the third film, despite the Bio-Lizard is a boss fight in the Shadow Generations game, and the Bio-Lizard got its own Lego set.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So if the Bio-Lizard's getting recognition in all Shadow media, who knows if Paramount's going to do the budget for the third film. And speaking of Jim Carrey, I think there is a reference to Jim Carrey's Robotnik in this scene from Sonic Movie 1, which we might get to it. But yeah, the visual effects, well deserved for its award win. Not gonna lie, I get that this room is meant to be like a test room for Shadow with his abilities, but not gonna lie, when I saw the Sonic 3 trailer, after when Tom yells, Sonic! And Shadow punches it and it goes to a portal, the room kind of gives me similar vibes when Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles were like tying the portal sucks in. I'm like, man, so much parallels with that. With this fan film, and that trailer for Sonic 3. It's so weird that I'm getting similar vibes from that. The poet is looking good.
Shadow, imagine that your energy is moving through your hands. I know you can.
Once again, it's just cool to know that the Sonic movie crew watched this. Because there was a Sonic short film where Jalil White voiced Sonic and freaking Nostalgia Critic was the gun agent. But obviously, that short film was not meant to be taken seriously. It's a joke. But out of all the Sonic fan films, because I've watched a lot of Spider-Man fan films, but this is easily the best Sonic fan film from a YouTuber. Oh, here comes the reference. Here's the reference right here. Hey, I get that reference from, I was not expecting that, but I was expecting not to expect that, so it doesn't count. So I'm like, hey, like I said, way before we knew Jim Carrey was going to play Gerald, this was a nice callback to, hey, just like grandfather, like grandson, they say the exact same line. Because it's part of the Robotnik family. I was not expecting that, so, but it was not expecting to expect something, so it doesn't count. Hi, Dixie the Hedgehog, aka Amanda. Long time no see. Or react to some Shadow content. We've already reacted to the short films. Now, this short, no, this fan film that we haven't done live. But yeah, Gabriel, I assume you catch that reference from Jim Carrey's Robotnik from Sonic 1, so it doesn't count.
Yes.
Like grandfather, like grandson. And then the fact that Jim Carrey...
Just about to say that.
But hey, it's perfect because since Jim Carrey's playing both characters, yeah, gotta keep that in mind for green screen and blue screen when I get the cosplays. They do have some old man brows. Not sure if I can make my skin saggy. You're gonna be surprised of how the gun soldiers will look like because the only real life actors they got is, bro, I don't want an advertisement. Yes, I know I need to pay up. I know these people pay money, but skip the ad. Thank you. As I was saying, the only like live action actors is the girls playing Maria and Gerald, but Gabriel, you're gonna notice that the gun soldiers are fully CG.
It's impossible to predict what he could become.
I mean, Shadow, I get it because he's a hedgehog, but the gun agents, you're gonna see like, is this PlayStation 3 graphics?
Super hedgehog and a regular one.
So that's why you cannot include it. It's like he's transforming all the time.
Despite these are just Brazilian actors, pretty surprising that the English voice actors do a good job.
Precisely, Robotnik.
See, glad that you made it through to the storm. Hold on, let me pause there. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I'm streaming right now, because we went through a Category 2 Hurricane Milton, which I've heard that Hurricane Helene was pretty bad in North Carolina. Good God. I mean, prayers for those. Yeah, we went through the storm, but try my best to think. We've lost power Thursday midnight at 4 a.m. We were just watching Sonic Movie 1, watching some other things, and I'm like, no, what are we going to do now? Which, around that weekend, done some voice acting. I made my Sonic Movie 3. Hold on, let me just get it up from the shelf. This thing right here, I mean, this merch unboxing thing maybe gained like over 40k views on YouTube. I mean, clearly because these are the Sonic 3 toys, and even the Shadow figure's pretty sick. And once when that video blow up, and once when I lost power on Thursday, it made a lot of views, which made the channel grow. So, thankfully, I recorded this before the storm. But it wasn't easy because we ran out of power for like 36 hours till like Friday midnight. We had a generator, but it broke down. And then the only thing that was damaged was the fence, but me and Gabriel fixed that last night. So it was a hassle, but thank God it's over. Just hopefully no more hurricanes because my birthday's next month. We got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, we got Sonic Movie 3. I got plenty of content, so no more storms. Storms go away, come back another year. So, yeah. Just to answer your comment, we're glad to survive. But anyway, I'm going off topic. Back to the short film.
Coating him even harder to do.
So far, the quality is going good.
Impossible to read a sentence if the words are always moving around.
Moving around to your battleground.
I make them stop.
What do you mean?
It's so surprising that the actress who plays Maria in this short film, Alila, and then the real actress for Maria in Sonic 3 almost have the same name, which is insane. Yeah, the storm misses, but took a direct hit into our mountains very bad. Yikes. I mean, I haven't gotten too much intel of North Carolina, despite my family's going to move there. It probably might be arguably worse whenever it goes up north because Helene happened, and then it just hit Tallahassee. It just wasn't that good. I mean, this is why I'm kind of glad that I live in the central area, because if I was in Tampa or Tallahassee,
back to normal.
I probably would not
That's my
survive.
chance to cure Maria. They're like a dream.
Oh yeah, the rings, because I know that was like a reference to Sonic 06 where he detached the rings.
To assess our progress.
I don't think he's gonna do it actually in the third movie, but that would be cool to pay a homage to that reference. But clearly,
Doesn't it look
Sonic
closer
movie
than it
3
used to?
just indicates this is a Shadow
I
that's
think
gone
so,
rogue
too.
with revenge.
Soon this place will be nothing but a memory of where I used to live.
But just to give
Where it
credit
might
to
go.
Sega's version
I was born.
and this fan film's version,
And where I got my
good job
purpose.
on the Shadow Maria stuff. Except it's over 20 minutes. Duh! Security breach! They said it! Security breach! Because, Gabe, remember Sonic Movie 3? We have a live level of security breach. Project Shadow's been released. For now.
You two would be here. They're looking for you, Shadow. Go to the
Because remember in
ejection room
Sonic
of the
Movie
corridor
3,
E1.
we see Gerald and Shadow look at Maria's corpse, which that's going to be different. Gerald had hair. Don't worry, dude. This is just a fan film. This is like way before Sonic Movie 3.
Some of the files.
Even though it's not canon, but it's inspired by the movies. See, Gabriel, look at the gun agents. They're not real people. It's fully CGI models.
Shadow the Hedgehog into custody.
What do you mean? I complied with the laws. I have done nothing wrong.
Hold up.
And Project Shadow is still.
Well, you're about to see
I
the
was the
CG
same
models of the
like
gun
grandfather.
soldiers.
That was not the case.
Just to reference William Matson from the FNAF movie. Run, little beast! I made you! I give you guts in Ohio!
And the Hedgehog will come with
Jeez.
us now. That's an order.
Just because they have voice actors dubbing these lines as the gun agents.
The weapon.
Bro, if it was Keanu Reeves is like, give me a gun. Lots of guns. Just like what he said in John Wick or even Matrix. Yo, Matrix reference, Matrix, because Keanu Reeves. Yo. This is where we're gonna get a reference to the Shadow movie, which even in the movie's trailer, they reference that movement. Yeah, just like even in the movie's trailer, he actually levitates up with his air shoes. Wait, what do you say, Gabriel?
I said the CG is not that bad. It's just
Yeah, they're
it
noticeable.
does look kind of funny.
Bro, let's get back to that. This reference clearly from the "Can you see all of me? Walk into my destiny." This moment right here. He does the iconic move from the Shadow cutscene that even Jeff Fowler paid a homage to that in the third movie, and I'm like, yo, come on, like if you're gonna adapt Shadow in live action, that's necessary to acknowledge that. Whether it's in this fan film or Sonic 3, you gotta do it. Like I said, true of the year Shadow. I didn't know his gun soldiers were fully CGI. Half of them are voice actors that actually know social media. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Whoa. Okay, inspiration from the 2005 video game. Stole that from me. Kill that from me. Just any John Wick quote just fits Shadow the Hedgehog because, you know, John Wick and Shadow are no different. But you can easily tell the CG is very noticeable when Shadow's carrying Maria. Like, this clearly is a CG model, and then after that it gets to the actress who's playing Maria. But still, the CG models of how Shadow uses his attack, like he's using Chaos Spear, a fade down like the CGI gun soldiers. Like, just like how Sega's version with those animated shorts is done so well, same goes for this short film.
You're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish.
This is not a Weezer music
Did you
video.
know
This is
that
not
there's a
Pork and
YouTube
Beans.
music
Get
app
out
where
of
you
here.
can also listen to the
No,
EDM version?
I don't want to see Sesame Street on acid. Can I? Bro, what just happened? Stop. Okay, good. I was like, no, I'm not trying to leave the video. I want to skip the ad. The raid. I mean, clearly it's inspired by the cutscene from Sonic Adventure 2 and the Shadow game where Shadow and Maria run away. Hey, look, the thumbnail of this fan film. Where he got the real actress this time. Do a really good job with the eyes emoting. But now here's the moment that we've all been waiting for. Yes. Shadow's escape and Maria's inevitable death.
What's happening to you?
It's the rings. The professor told me I couldn't overuse my powers in the beginning. And the problem...
Okay, similar like Sonic, where trying to have control over his power like in the first film.
But it's okay.
Similar parallel.
You won't find us in here.
After this, I feel like rewatching the trailer because, man, the comparisons of this fan film to Sonic 3, very uncanny. Why does it feel like I'm watching an alien movie?
Wait,
Heck, even the Shadow game made a parody of that poster of Alien Romanus, whatever that's called. Yep, CG gun agents are out. Maria's shadows on the left and right.
Come here, buddy.
Insane.
Let's talk.
The lighting. Like, whenever red goes really well and shadow, it just looks visually well. Even the third movie, too.
What is this?
It's black and red. It's just his color, bro.
Where? He's here. Disappeared.
We're going down!
Okay, over there. Watch out.
Spinball machine.
We're going down.
Bro, it feels like I need to play my PlayStation remote right now. It's like, you're done. You're dead. And dead. Not gonna lie, the way how Shadow's glowing up, I'm gonna bring out my action figure real quick. It's exactly how he does in this 4-figure pack. I gotta press the button. It's so similar, like the toy. Now that I think about it. Alright, I should not be overreactive for this, because if you're curious of how they handle the death of Maria, this is how this fan film has done it. Crazy.
You're alone. I won't let them catch you.
Yup. I know this. Oh, they're actually referencing the Space Colony Arc theme.
Be a hero to them, Shadow. Be all the hope.
Maria, what I promise. Just like the Dark Beginning short films. Shadow, remember.
I will protect us. There's no other way. Trust me, Shadow. I will be okay. I just wish I could go with you.
Like, even the lighting and the set pieces look good from Shadow's emotions.
Promise you will save them.
It looks really good,
Be
yeah.
a hero on Earth. Do it for me.
I promise you, revenge. It's crazy. Yep, there we go. He said the line.
Shadow, promise you'll help them live their dreams. Believe me, I know you can. That's the
Enjoy it
reason you were brought
to this world. Yep, directly a line from Sonic Adventure 2. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog. Call back to SA2. And now, thanks to those animated prologue shorts, they shot her to the heart. And Sonic Movie 3 will... The theory is a Wachowski is Tom's dad or granddad shot Maria that caused Shadow to possibly might kill Tom. If that theory's true, I would approve it, honestly. But we'll have to watch the movie ourselves to see who shot Maria or killed Maria. That, just the tear, the eyes. Like how everything fades to black and it's only just his red eyes when he saw Maria getting shot. That was well done. But yeah, they just don't show the death. They just show the implication, the bullet shot. See, this is how you can handle Maria's death in a PG way. Even the Spider-Verse movies have done it. And then Shadow gets sent to Earth. Which I think in Sonic Movie 3, when Shadow breaks out, his first mission is like, "Where's Maria? What have you done to Maria?" From the leak rumors that I remember from Movie 3.
Everything changed at that moment. At those milliseconds, you took everything.
This is definitely Gerald talking.
Everything we had. I never wanted to hurt anyone.
You would feel my loss, you ungrateful human beings. Just that pan out shot. And now he's bald. Makes sense before Gerald gets executed. But Sonic 3, he's alive.
Shadow will fill the world with darkness. Shadow will bring total destruction.
Despite being a fan film, this kind of brings me like interesting theories for Sonic. Hey, we got ourselves an advertisement of the game. Perfect timing, perfect advertising.
They know.
Yep, they know what we're watching. See, now this is the more appropriate advertisement for this fan film. But anyway, so yeah, Brazilian Gerald gets locked up right here. Yo. This, even the set pieces look good. The guy's 23 years old. 23. I'm almost the same dude's age by next month. And he made all of this. That's impressive. Okay, here's the English dub. So yeah, Mike Pollock did the Air Shoes guy. The actress who plays Maria surprisingly speaks English. The voice, yeah, you see, Gabriel, you know the black guy who voiced Mario, does the spot on Mario impression? He voiced one of the gun soldiers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, this Boosterfied dude who does the Sonic stop motion dudes, where he complimented my Eggman voice, I'm like, yo, I bet those voice actors for social media got paid a good check for this. No wonder the gun, I mean, it makes sense why the gun soldiers are CG, because they hire voice actors, but still. But yeah, for the Earth Shoes commercial guy, you got Mike Pollock who voiced Eggman and Gerald in the games, and then you got the Brazilian voice actor of Jim Carrey to dub Jim Carrey's lines in the Brazilian movies, especially for the Sonic films. This bro invested so much money for this fan film. Nice Master Emerald Easter egg. Yeah, this song is also same band but another unreleased song before, you know, Crush 40 took the spotlight. Don't get me wrong, I still love Crush 40 songs in the Shadow game, but these songs could have been included for the game. But yeah, this credit sequence, very colorful. Representing Maria Blue. Peach Amy 24, hey Danny, how are you doing? You're late for the party, but I'm doing good. Yep, here, Gabriel, here's the song. So, Broken is the one that you heard earlier. Couldn't walk away from something broken. All of Me is not I Am All of Me, it's their version of it before Crush 40 took the spotlight. But the band is called Sins of a Divine Mother. But yeah, underrated songs for Shadow, but I like it. It digs in the rock and roll DNA. Yeah, one music themes is a reference to Sonic Adventure 2. Like the Easter eggs, like the references, like the Shadow lore. Yeah, I like the animated shorts. It's more into the Sega lore, but for the live action iteration, really good. They're peaking similar in different ways for both of them. The fan film and the Sega Dark Beginning shorts. It is my last breath. The deep inside of me, I never let you see. Don't want to play that because that's copyrighted. Hey, the motorbike, which he will ride in the movie. We'll talk about the fan film, but just like the Dark Beginning shorts, there is... Hey, the guy's a Christian. Romans 11:36. W for a Christian guy to make this. But yeah, there is a post-credit scene for this, which clearly, despite being a fan film, Shadow's introduction in Sonic 3 before Sonic 3 even existed. Just like the Sega shorts, present day. I get it. It's a reference to Sonic Adventure 2, but also Shadow the Hedgehog, which Shadow appears on the Golden Gate Bridge. I promise you, Maria. Revenge! But the difference is, in the movie version, he's in Tokyo, Japan. But yeah, the CG model looks great on him. Looking at the rain.
Looks like he didn't tell you everything.
Black Doom. I doubt that's a thing for the movie, but it will be a major thing for the game. Yep, I need that. I need that type of green screen for that. But yeah, that was Project Shadow. Gabriel, what do you think of this fan film from a 23-year-old Brazilian dude with this amount of budget, who happens to win Best Visual Effects when they went to an award season? I think they cooked. They really cooked.
Yeah, that was better than I thought it was gonna be. It took some time for me to get used to Shadow's model, but it's not terrible. The animation, CG, like honestly, for their budget, like wasn't even bad. That was pretty good. The actors did well. They got freaking Mike Pollock. That's awesome, man. The music choices, the action, they did everything right. They knew their stuff. And if, you know, the people behind Sonic 3 take inspiration from this, I think we're in good hands.
Yeah, definitely, for sure, because I literally see the trailer right now, and like I said, I'm going to rewatch that trailer because looking at this fan film that came out last December, and I'm like, holy crap, they actually took notes from it when the writers actually give a shout out. We're not going to watch the full trailer. I'm just going to skip straight to the shadow scene. So let's get straight to shadow segment. I like that literally in the fan film, literally says security breach with the commander here. Except in the movie universe, his name is Commander Walters, not Abraham Towers, which we heard in the Sega version. But yeah, when Shadow wakes up, so much aura. So, breaking the glass, gun.
Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
Like I said, the fan film, The Dark Beginning, Sonic 3, put red lighting over Shadow when his eyes glow up. Perfect. Perfect in every way.
Story began.
Once again, okay, so when we get back to the lab, Robotnik is in the background, and you see Sonic looking back at the lab because they must have time traveled to Gerald's old lab.
Began a lot like yours, Sonic.
This is the shot, even though this is the only shot with Maria, looking back at the project film, because in the Project Shadow fan film, obviously it's blue, but I can notice the parallels with that fan film and this shot right there.
But where you found family and friends.
And then we skip ahead to
lost.
Because now that the fan film, like, they did handle Maria's death similar like in the games, like she said the exact same lines and they shoot her off screen. In the movie's version, if she gets shot or get blows up, the difference is you see Gerald, and it's Jim Carrey's Gerald to be exact, with Keanu Reeves' Shadow. They see Maria's dead corpse, which clearly the third movie is an inspiration from Sonic Adventure 2 and the Shadow game, but you could tell there's minor differences, including the gun agents going up closer to Maria's dead corpse. 100% Spider-Man No Way Home vibes when the cops are going after to shoot Peter Parker and Aunt May dies. Sad scene, but that's the vibe I get. And then when Shadow breaks...
Yeah.
And then when Shadow breaks out, I mean, they said in the leaked details when Shadow wakes up, waking in, his first thought is like, where's Maria? And then that's where Shadow's causing, because I'm assuming that's when, because there's a shot where Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are like in a race having a good time with the Wachowskis, Sonic Mania style, during this shot right here. I think there was like a leak on-set photo where there's like a helicopter light where Sonic and his friends, along with the Wachowskis, are camping, and the gun's like, we need your help. Project Shadow's been breaking out in Japan. And that's where Tails becomes the pilot. Then you get the SA2 recreation, and then you get to the DLC, the iconic moment where you get Keanu's version.
More impressive than the hedgehog I thought.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for the Team Sonic versus Shadow stuff, especially the return of Jim Carrey's Robotnik. But looking at the scenes with Shadow and Maria, I'm like, how much screen time are we actually going to get? So even though, yes, this is Shadow's story, but that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, how much screen time are they going to do? Is it going to be short like the Long Claw origin, or is it going to be more in depth like the fan film or Sega's Dark Beginning shorts? Because don't get me wrong, the Sega short films did a good job. Same goes for the fan film. I'm just curious about Paramount's version. So Jeff Fowler, you did a good job of making those cutscenes for Shadow, but I'm just hoping that still stays present for Shadow's character, but also a good balance of screen time of Shadow's backstory. I hope so, at least. It better not be like a stupid sub. Just don't make the screen time waste for like, oh yeah, Rachel's a gun agent now, let's just spend more time with that. No, it's Shadow. Shadow is your main selling point for Sonic 3 because Shadow's the second most iconic character in the Sonic universe. So clearly from this shot, he's breaking out of prison like Tai Lung from the first Kung Fu Panda movie. And then, like I said, the fan film referenced the Shadow kick from Can You See All of Me? And then Jeff Fowler did it because, personally for Jeff Fowler, it's a full circle moment. Because now we've seen it in the big budget movie adaptation. And then when Shadow creates the port, like, you know the scene where Shadow's trying to test out the powers in the fan film? It gives me the vibe of this scene. I don't know why Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are tied in. Maybe it has to do something with Gerald Robotnik, but that's the vibes I got from it. But yeah, that being said, when a gun agent kills Maria, and like we said, back to the theory, and when Tom's shouting, Sonic! And during Sonic 1, where Tom was like, no, Maddie tells Tom there's been a Wachowski defending this Green Hills for over 50 years, and then they reference that again in Sonic 2. So if Tom's a gun agent, if he has like a relative, whether it's a dad or a grandpa, if they're responsible for Maria's death, once again, if that theory is true, that'll be such a great conflict of why Shadow will kill Tom. And then the shot where Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles look depressed, whether it's Tom or the commander. And then if we flash forward to the end during the climax where Sonic's like, what did you do? What I had to. It leads up to it.
When we're done.
Once again, when Sonic makes a blackout in Green Hill, Shadow did the exact same thing in Tokyo, which that's pretty sick.
There won't be anything left.
The motor. The question is, I wonder how he'll get the motorbike, which I know that's one of Keanu Reeves' hobbies, but bro, it looks so sick. I wonder they made a toy out of this.
There won't be anything left.
They gotta play, live, and learn. It's funny that when I saw the leaked photos of when the missiles were firing at the Chow Garden, it's gun breaking in when Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are trying to have Chow Garden with the Olive Garden guy. But yeah, this line of, what did you do? What I had to. Indicates, did you harm someone close to Sonic? Like Tom's like, you take away someone that was close to me, I'm gonna take away yours. The conflict was done so well with Sonic and Knuckles in Sonic 2, I believe Jeff Allen and the crew will do it justice for Sonic 3.
Yep.
But the question about how Gerald's alive, like we said, I assume it's time travel, but since Robotnik, aka Eggman, is teaming up with Team Sonic, I definitely believe that Gerald will still be the real main villain, because, you know, Gerald's the one that created Shadow, and I bet he's like, my boy, you better join me to create the ultimate life form, or destroy, or disgust these alien beings. But grandfather, I admire you, I worship you, you mean a lot to me. So, that's what I'm thinking. Will Eggman, aka Dr. Ivo Robotnik, is he gonna betray Team Sonic and join along with his grandfather? Because I think his grandfather will be the real main villain at the end with Shadow and Sonic, because, you know, Gerald will be like, why would you team up these aliens? Or is Eggman actually gonna be in alliance with his grandfather throughout the Space Colony arc, since, you know, this is a different adaptation? So I'm expecting a new trailer around my birthday month, just like what they did with Spider-Man No Way Home. So that's, I'm like, well, obviously I don't want them to spoil too much, but aside from Jim Carrey getting a game accurate Eggman soon, I'm excited for that. I'm just curious of how Gerald's role will be like, whether he's a traitor or he's the real threat, or Eggman tags along with his grandfather. I'm just curious to know. Just give me more Jim Carrey, that's all I need, even if it's his last Sonic movie.
It's impossible.
Because this trailer is just pretty much his reunion with his pop-up.
In the saggy flesh.
And I wonder how Gerald's scene would go with Maria for Shadow's Backflash, so only 2 more months, boys. Can't wait to see it. So, aside from the game, yeah, it's just the game and Sonic Movie 3, and then we're good for Year of Shadow. And what do you know? We finally reached the 2-hour mark.
No way.
So, anyway, so what do you think of comparisons of both the Project Shadow fan film and the Dark Beginnings animated short?
I see a bit of similarities. I could tell that short film took inspiration from pretty much everything, like the games, cutscenes, the movie.
Yeah, first movie to be
in terms of Shadow's design.
Including references to the first film.
They did that really well. And then the movie, we haven't seen too much with the whole Maria stuff. And I feel like, you know, Gerald's going to be very different from the games, and even the short film is just because it's Jim Carrey, he's going to be more silly.
Yeah, obviously. It's Jim.
I think it could be interesting. I think they'll still pull it off pretty well. And can't wait to see how they pull off the more, like, how they display Shadow's story in
the movie adaptation. Like, don't get me wrong, as much as I respect Jeff Fowler, and they did a good job with Knuckles' backstory, you just gotta treat Shadow's backstory right, which I believe they will, but I'm just curious about the amount of screen time it would get, since you gotta get back to Team Sonic, and then you gotta get to Eggman, and then with Gerald. I'm just curious, like, how much screen time they'll take that seriously, especially the amount of scenes with Maria in it before, you know, she's dead. So we'll find out in the next 2 months, but in the meantime, we'll stay tuned for Dark Beginnings. Most likely won't stream it because Gabriel most likely would avoid spoilers, but I'll check it out myself. However, game's looking good, short films, everything's looking great, and obviously the third movie. Clearly, I'll make more content, possibly when a new trailer comes out. maybe around my birthday month, which that'll be great, just like how the first Sonic movies trailer came out on my birthday. But that being said, I feel like that's a wrap for now, but before we end the stream, how about, just like we did with the last stream, we play an iconic Shadow song and we just play it along, just like it's the symphony or something. But we've already did I Am All of Me. What song should we do next? Should we do All Hail Shadow, Here I Rise Again? What do you think, Gabe?
Yes.
Okay, let's do All Hail Shadow. With lyrics on the screen. No. We've already reacted to that from the last stream. Yosh. I'm already getting used to that meme. Yosh. Yeah, I've heard there's like a Shadow short. Trying to find... There we go. So, for the grand finale, since usually I run my streams over 2 hours, and I think this is the best way just to end the stream, let's end this off with All Hail Shadow until we go to the next stream. Next time soon. Please, no advertisements. Yep. To Sonic Symphony, which Dwayne watched that. That 06 cutscene. We gotta get a home watch to this either in Sonic 3 or a future Sonic movie project. That needs to get referenced. The 06 cutscene, because Shadow's story was easily the best in that game.
All hail Shadow, you rise again.
Little raid and everything that's not your friend. You're not my friend. Nothing can stop you now. Things bring you down. Nothing to lose. You win. Bow your head up, that shadow. You want to know this reminds me of? Like, in Sonic Generations, I actually play this song where I was fighting Shadow, where Shadow does the Chaos Control. I play that song during the original Generations game. That was the best thing about that game. That game was my introduction to all of the majority of the iconic songs. So, I'm glad it's getting remastered, but it's all about Shadow. So that means in this game, you get to fight Sonic as Shadow. As much as I love Live and Learn, I hope fans keep demand by saying, put more Crush 40 songs. Whether it's this one or I Am All of Me for like a Shadow spin-off or something. Yeah, if we make a Shadow spin-off, add these songs from Crush 40. Hail Shadow. Wait, it's Hailing Rain? Where's my Shadow? Little rain and everything that's not your friend. You're not my friend. I like the fact that people are just joining in the stream even though I'm planning to end it after the song. You win. Bow your heads out to all that shadow. Bro, I thought they're actually going to show like cutscenes. Oh, there's Shadow. Sales. I mean, this is probably like my second favorite Shadow song after I Am All of Me. And then the underrated songs. Black is white, and he is right. It fulfills the soul. Yeah, because now he has black doom wings. For so long! I know I'm lagging. Shadow! Heroes rise again! Yo, Pierre, wanna come over here? Not your friend. Gabriel, you good? Hold on. I think I'm lagging. Did I lag again? Gabriel?
Hello?
Did I lag again?
Sounded like it, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, can you hear me?
Well, now I can.
Alright, let's finish this. Come on. You win. You hero. Hey, 06 cutscene.
You win.
Yeah, it's with the boss fight. Oh yeah, don't touch it! That would be so funny if that gets referenced in the Shadow Generations game. Don't touch it!
Don't touch it!
Yeah, but I think the rematch with Nephilis is gonna be sick. Seriously, what was Silver doing in the events of Generations? Because he was at the party either. Probably just 06 stuff. So wow, Supersonic Blake make his reaction to the shorts. Well, we already did our version. Heroes rise
Make a new game for
again!
this dude and Blaze already, man.
Yeah, that's very true. I bet they will do a Year of Silver, like, when he gets out to a Sonic movie, because in Generations, obviously it's only just Sonic 06, because Shadow has the more iconic games and stories, which is why there's so much lore you can do with Shadow. But Silver, not too much. Oh yeah, that was the last great moment from Team Dark before the short films. During the, if they choose to be my enemy, then I'll go against the world, and Team Dark just goes, how? Yeah, since 06, bro. But yeah, perfect timing for Sonic 06.
They could do a game where it's like, it's Sonic and Silver, or Sonic Shadow and Silver again.
Yeah, because once again,
or just Silver and Blaze. I don't know.
Once again, it's been since 06 since they got the recognition. So whenever Silver's added to like a Sonic movie, whether that's Sonic movie 5, I doubt it's gonna be 4 because they're probably gonna focus on Amy Rose and Metal Sonic. But if they do, I mean, if Paramount's gonna take like an advantage of taking the Year of Shadow, like, hey, let's make everything Shadow content from the game to the merchandise and the marketing, because hey, Paramount's adapting Shadow and introducing, well, making Shadow fans the justice they deserve, also introduced to a new generation, no pun intended. They could easily do the same for the other characters, which they have been vocal of giving like the year of other characters, but they just got to think of which one. Which the real answers we'll have to find out after this game, Shadow Generations, which is literally coming out next week, and also Sonic Movie 3 coming out in the next 2 months from now. Fingers crossed for like an early screening. Speaking of live streams, I would not mind doing a live stream of reacting to like the Sonic movie interviews. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. Just like the reaction thoughts of seeing Keanu Reeves, Jim Carrey, Idris Elba, Ben Schwartz. I'll do that later in the future. And as for future streams, as of right now I can't think of any, because Gabriel, you agree you don't want to watch the cutscenes because you don't want to get spoiled?
No.
Yeah, so we'll think of something else. I don't want to do another tier list because it's very time consuming, and Gabriel, you and I probably might be busy in the next upcoming weekends because we gotta celebrate some familia's birthdays.
Yep.
However, the next stream I am considering, if it's not Shadow related or Sonic related, it most likely will be kind of like this, a reunion with me and the boys, but this time we do like a birthday webcam stream with the cast of Dan and Gabe. I think that's something that we could do for my birthday, just like we did last year, but this time with the boys. Just gotta contemplate saying, hey yo boys,
yeah,
wanna do this in November? But yeah, that being said, guys, that's all me and Gabriel have to say for all the Shadow content, because yeah, this is 100% a Shadow oriented stream. So thank you guys for checking out the shorts with us, like the Dark Beginning shorts, the Project Fan film that Gabriel hasn't seen, along with other Shadow content, Sonic 3 stuff, and we'll see you guys next time for the next stream. I don't know, maybe it could be by the end of this month, maybe November, we'll see. But for right now, I'm just gonna leave it up to Gabriel, and then we're gonna wrap up the stream.
Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in, seeing our reactions, our thoughts to the Shadow shorts. And I'm excited for the game, excited for the movie. And hope y'all can get the game and enjoy it for yourselves. Watch the movie once it comes out.
We'll
We'll all be there, man.
Yeah, we'll be there. Like, we're gonna make some.
It's gonna be a good time. It's a good year for Sonic once again.
And obviously Shadow, of course.
And for Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'd love to see this kind of stuff for more Sonic characters that need more shine. Yeah, next year is gonna be Amy, guys. No.
Yeah. Most likely, or Metal Sonic, hopefully. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, Metal Sonic does need some more attention.
Silver.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all for tuning in, and until the next one.
Yep, 2 hours is the common runtime, so thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all have fun playing the Shadow Generations game. Get all you can. I'll see y'all next time for any Sonic related content, specifically the third movie. There's a second trailer. I'll be there for my birthday, and stay tuned for multiple streams, like my birthday stream coming up in November, probably Sonic Movie 3 related streams, whether it's the trailers or interviews or something like that. Just stay tuned for like later this month. But for right now, will be signing off. So take care now. Bye-bye then. Chaos Control!